I want to first thank, if this is your first time here, I want to thank you for clicking in. If you're returning, thanks for your return. I want to go ahead and get straight into this reading. So this will be a general reading. Okay, so I want to first start off by saying thanks to the Most High for being all seeing, all knowing, all present, all powerful, all good, and being the only wise God. And giving thanks to my ancestors for their sacred knowledge, wisdom, and strength. And give thanks to my angels and spirit team for their guidance and support. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do an overall general reading. Okay, we're going to go ahead and start off by creating a crown for this reading. Okay, let's see. Hope you guys are having a happy Saturday. What message do you have for us today, Spirit? Okay, so we start off with the seek energy. Okay, so someone could be open to receiving. This is I'm the Hermit in Tarot. Okay, so someone could be open to receiving some type of knowledge, wisdom. They could be open to receiving what's being offered here. Okay, let's see. Tell us more. Okay, so we have Seven of Swords. Okay, so someone could be open to seeking the truth. Okay, this is Seven of Swords. This could be about some type of betrayal, some type of lies. Okay, they could be open to what somebody is thinking about the truth. They could be double minded at this time. This is Aquarius energy. Hello. Okay, so you can see them with the two different faces here. How you guys doing? Yeah, so they could be seeking some type of truth. Okay. What else came out is the eight. This is considered the Eight of Wands in tarot. Some success and growth. Okay. This is also the Eight of Wands. What they could receive the message. Okay, so this is Sagittarius energy. So there could be a hermit. Hey, what's going on? You can call me Butterfly Love. Butterfly Love. Ryder. Hey, Ryder. What's your name? Okay, so we have the Ace of Wands and the Two of Pentacles. Okay, so this is the Ace of Wands. So this is the Capricorn energy. This is an opportunity with a lot of growth. Okay, with all of this growth here with the trees, the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so they could be learning of a message about someone's growth. Okay, this is we also got a Two of Pentacles. So this is also a Capricorn energy. Okay, so we got the Ace of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, finding balance, an opportunity for someone to find balance. Okay. Hello. Thank you. Okay, so we have the nine of this is the Hermit energy. They're seeking some sort of information. Okay, seeking the truth. Could it be about some betrayal, some lies, or something? This is Aquarius energy. We have the five. We have the Eight of Wands with this message being sent. A message about some type of growth. You see how this energy has some type of growth. Okay. So they could be seeking some type of truth about someone getting some growth, receiving some type of growth in their situation. Also, could be about an opportunity, okay, which also represents growth. Capricorn energy, double Capricorn energy, number 2, 1, 8, 7, and 9 could be significant. Okay. So what we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and get into and get an ancestor message. The bottom of the deck is four of wands. So this is joy and stability. This is the 4 of wands in tarot. Okay. So this could be about a community, a marriage, a business, a home, or just joy and stability. Okay, it's the bottom of the deck. This is the overall energy. Okay. So somebody could be trying to find out more information. I don't know about this betrayal. Somebody could be seeking the truth about all of this growth and opportunity here on the table. So we're gonna go ahead and put some energies, pull energy, okay, and see what ancestor wants to come through and speak today. We can learn a lot about our own shadows and our own strength through the ancestor that shows up today. Okay. Thank you, ancestors, for coming through. Okay, so we have a portal. The portal. You are the one chosen to transform your lineage destiny. Okay, so this is our ancestor. So a portal is like a pathway. Okay, so there could be a path. And the other ancestor came through is the gift ancestor. So this is like a pathway to a gift. It says the gift is an inherited talent or a blessing revealing itself. Okay, so yes, we're going to find out more. I'm going to read about these ancestors' energies, okay? Their lights and their shadows. So if you resonate, this definitely will be an opportunity to take a look at some of your gifts that you may have and get a chance to change your okay, so you get a chance to learn more about your ancestors, to learn more about yourself as well. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put this on over here on the side. So there's a gift here in a portal for someone to use their gift, or a portal for someone to have discovered some sort of growth. Excuse me. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put some information, learn some information about the portal ancestor. Excuse me. Excuse me. The portal. Okay, so it speaks, this is a threshold of change, a dimensional access, ancestral awakening. It says the portal is the sacred gateway between worlds, timelines, and generations. It represents an ancestor who served or serves through you as a bridge between the physical and the spiritual, the past and future, the seen and the unseen. This archetype activates spiritual awakening, deep intuitive insight, excuse me, and divine timing. This card often appears during spiritual transitions, energetic upgrades, or powerful ancestral contact. You are being invited to step through a threshold that will change your relationship with lineage, identity, and legacy. The light aspects is initiation, alignment, divine timing in its light. The portal offers access to spiritual realms, generational wisdom, and encoded soul gifts. You are aligned with higher timelines and may be called to serve as an ancestral channel, guide, or ritual keeper. Okay, so they have shadow side. So let's talk about the light. Okay, so this is the ancestor that initiates. Okay, alignment, divine timing in its light. Okay, so we do see a lot of growth with the Ace of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles here. So this is, you know, this represents a lot of growth. And with the ancestors, once you tap into your ancestor and you receive the message or you take some sort of initiation towards the knowledge that you've received from your ancestors, you do receive rewards, okay? And gifts are unlocked, okay? And it says this particular ancestor here, it gives you access to spiritual realms. So someone here is accessing their spiritual realms, and it could be this person here that has is receiving some type of growth. And right behind it is Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so there is some financial reward in the process. You got the Ace of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles, and it also brings balance. Okay. Wisdom, generational wisdom, spiritual realm. It says the portal offers access to spiritual realms, generational wisdom, and encoded soul gifts. Okay, so we did have the gifts ancestor come out as well. So we're going to read about the gifts. It says you are aligned with higher timelines and may be called to serve as an ancestral channel, guide, or ritual keeper. So it seems like someone's received an upgrade because they're on a higher timeline now. And they may be called to serve as an ancestral channel. So, like I said, immediately when you tap into your ancestors and you understand and take any type of initiation towards what information has been provided to you, they are present, they are aware, they see you, and they can feel you connect with them. Okay. So there was someone here that followed some steps, they got some growth. And there's someone here trying to find out some type of truth about this growth that they heard about. Okay. They could be, this Seven of Swords is betrayal, so they could have heard about some betrayal, okay, that somebody went through. So I'm getting someone who probably experienced some type of betrayal, may have took some type of initiation toward their ancestors. Okay. So the shadow aspects, I'm looking at this part where it says and encoded soul gifts. So I know in my last reading, somebody tapped into their sacred space. Okay. There was a lot of growth in this sacred space. So that's considered as seeking some type of wisdom that they received in this space. So they've been encoded with some sort of gift and aligned on a higher timeline, again, like I said before, and can be used as an ancestral channel to guide or a ritual keeper. So it's like whatever they did in order to ascend to another timeline, that's something that they can actually, what I'm getting is that they can share that with someone, okay? Based on the information that they received and the steps that they've taken. So they hold some type of ritual that is sending them to another level. Okay, now the shadow aspect of the portal is fear of change. Okay, so a lot of people is not ready for change. They don't know what the change is all about. Um, they have a disconnection too, so there could be a disconnection related to the shadow aspects of this portal. So we come in not knowing anything about our ancestors, automatically disconnected. Okay. Resistance to destiny. So that's also another shadow where in the past our ancestors weren't able to make change. They basically just lived out what they knew with no change, because a lot of the ancestors, or most of the ancestors, or all of the ancestors, were not able to, they were stuck in fear. That's one of the first things that's listed under the aspects is fear of change, where they was afraid to change because there was some type of repercussion for trying to bring any type of change or to show any type of change, to speak about any type of change or any knowledge or anything that they um, came across. There was no help, there was no assistance, there was nowhere to get any type of help. Okay. So basically they lived in fear. They stayed disconnected. They was resistant to destiny in their shadow. It says the portal can manifest as fear or of stepping into your spiritual calling. Okay, or feeling overwhelmed by the unknown. I think that speaks to a lot of us who are used to living their life in a certain way, and it kind of works for them, whether they realize they're happy, they're not happy, or not. So it can bring it can cause you to be overwhelmed because you don't know, you're stepping into something completely different. And it says you may feel stuck between realities or resistance to leaving behind old identities. So that is the truth. It's like when it comes to change, I think we all at some point in time come to the realization that when it comes to change, that we feel more safer in a situation, whether it feels uncomfortable or whether it's because we feel more familiar in it. But deep down inside, there is some sort of disconnection once you're honest with yourself. Okay. I guess you could first start by saying that identify that you are afraid of change. You know, that is one of my shadows from my healing ancestor, that it would to change, to do anything different was very frightening, to be overwhelming, especially when it comes to a spiritual calling or spiritual steps in any direction. Okay, so that's one of the shadows, okay, for this portal ancestor. But in the light aspect, if you was to overcome your shadows, and then you will be initiated. Okay, you'll be initiated, meaning you'll be supported, meaning what you seek is will be added to you. What once you step out of the fear and into alignment, then timing comes into play, and then the light comes on. We're able to see your path and where you're going, which is into spiritual realms or generational wisdom, because it's all like the light comes on. It's like being awakened. Okay. So the message from the ancestors is we have opened this gate for you. You carry keys we once lost. Walk through your soul, walk through your soul and remember the way. So basically, our soul holds knowledge, information that was embedded in us through our ancestors. Okay, being that there was no way of knowing how to navigate through the shadows, because the ancestors didn't learn until it was, until they crossed over to the other side. Um, what the fear had caused them, what it cost them, which is being burdened and being stuck with the fear because they was never able to overcome it. But that was one of the way how God created, how He planned things out for us to be able to seek wisdom from our elders. Okay, and ancestors are our elders, right? But how do we seek wisdom if we don't know that we can connect with them in a way to receive wisdom? So I'm here to share with you that your ancestors are present and they are calling on us at this in our bloodline to release them of their burdens and to release ourselves of the burdens and release our future generations of their burdens by simply knowing the truth. Okay, so basically it's like flipping everything around by saying, what you're fear of is not really, it's just it was something that they inherited, which was fear. So it's like coming through your mother's womb. It's like we inherited our mother's fears, which they inherited their mother's fears, and so on and so on. Okay, so once you're awakened, okay, and by following our intuition, because that's something that when we all have, but not all of us actually follow our intuition, and not all of us listen to our intuition, not all of us are awakened to our intuition. It's most of the time it's ignored. But by tapping into it, it's actually a connection that our ancestors are able to connect to us and be able to share knowledge, wisdom, gifts, rewards, and all good things that is missing out of our life. So knowing that the portal ancestor is here, they're saying that by connecting to them is a gateway to our to more spiritual blessings, to a spiritual realm, to being enlightened, to being connected to wisdom, our spiritual calling, okay, and being in alignment, okay, as to why we're here. And basically, it's to inform you that the knowledge that your ancestors hold on to, that is readily available to you once you're ready to step out of fear, and step into change and be open to change and trust in the change. And they really act, the rewards are instant. Okay, once you um, follow your intuition the first time for the first time, and it's your intuition and you decide to step into it, there's a reward there, there's an enlightenment, there's like, okay, I'm glad I did, because if had I not, then I wouldn't have been able to experience certain things that you would experience once you do. Okay, so again, we all are born into our shadows. So once we are awakened to face our shadows, look at our shadows, and make the change, make the changes so you can actually receive what you rightfully feel you deserve, or you're to be told what you deserve if you have no idea. Help you to find out who you are, who you're connected to, where you come from, and the gifts and the blessings and the rewards that are tied to your ancestor. Okay? So there's an affirmation for this portal ancestor. It says, I honor the portal within me. I am open, aligned, and ready to embody the sacred wisdom that flows through my lineage. Once you once you say that affirmation, your ancestors, they know they're watching you now. They know who's on this live. They know who's connected. They know who you know, who's watching, who's listening, and who will be watching, and who will be listening, and who will connect. Okay. So by just simply saying, which is simply believing, which is part of change, which is, if if there's some areas in your life, once you admit that you're really not happy, or you really don't know who you are, or you really have no idea why you're here, then um that's an opportunity for you to embrace change, okay, and to connect with your ancestors, to be enlightened, okay. So I'm gonna read the affirmation again. It says, the I honor the portal within me. I am open, aligned, and ready to embody the sacred wisdom that flows through my lineage. And it's sacred, right? But we all have a sacred space in our heart, but it's normally the door is closed, and it's very empty, or it could be it's already filled with information, but it's just something that we're not able to connect with because there has not been an opportunity, or paid attention, or accepted, or been open to the opportunity that is there, and that there is connection readily available for you to connect to your ancestors for the sacred knowledge, wisdom, strength, and guidance, okay, that they offer. Okay, so this is a portal here. So looking at the energies that's laid out here on the table, someone has connected already. And there has been some type of word or message that has been sent out, that now someone's coming in to seek the truth. Okay, I don't know if they're coming to seek the truth, or they're coming to do some type of, this is lie and betrayal. Okay, but they could be seeking the mind of someone for some information. They could be seeking the truth. They could be seeking for a portal. But then again, the portal is just not ready for anybody. There, you have to make some type of change. Okay, you have to be ready to face the unknown. You have to be willing to do the work in order to be rewarded. It's not something that can be stolen. It's not something that can be taken away. Only way that you can lose it once you gain it is to remain back in darkness, act like it never existed, and there was no such thing as intuition. You kind of like backtrack. But once you move forward and the light is on, the light will never go off. It's just a matter of you being aware of the shadows. Okay. Let me see something. Wow. Okay. I've been told to also share with you that when you connect with your ancestors, like, okay, you're like, you know, how I end up connecting with my ancestors is that I was I received a message. I was sitting in silence, and a message came through, saying that there was an ancestor that wanted to connect with me, and that there's something they wanted to talk to tell me about. So it was clear in my mind, and it was clear in my heart that that was the message. And I was like, okay, well, so what did I need to do to be able to connect with my ancestors? So I looked it up to see what I needed to do, to make sure that I wanted to make sure I was connected. So I had to, of course, be still. I lit a candle, made a glass of water, poured some water, and I sat still and sat quiet. And they said that they had a gift that they wanted me to receive. Okay, so I got kind of nervous because I actually heard it, and I was like, okay. So I wanted to know, but there was some type of toxicity around it. They wanted me to release certain energies that was in my life first in order for me to receive the gift. They didn't want to give me the gift I picked up, like they didn't want me to give me something that somebody can take away. Okay, so that was basically how I got connected. And from that time or around that time, the song came to mind, right? The When the Saints Come Marching In. And all of a sudden, I just started singing it all out, right? I started singing aloud, and I had a vision of an army of ancestors just in alignment, complete alignment, and they were standing very proud and they were marching. And so I was put the vision to the song, and from that time, I had a vision of connecting. Um, I identified them, not identify them, but I was like, okay, they're real. This is a real thing. Like this is like a bunch of them. So I started looking at the signs and synchronicities that came around the vision. So as I started singing the song, I really embodied the song, and I just, and I still sing it to this day. But during a reading, this is a side message, by the way. During the reading I was doing, they came through the message, and they was like, "That's a great idea that you could connect us to, our loved ones, because a lot of the loved ones think that they're dead and gone, and they're never to be seen or heard again unless they're on the other side." So when the message came through and through my reading, I couldn't believe it. So that's how the business that's how the business started. That's how I was able to, and they never left me since then, and they've guided me through different steps that I've taken. So what I'm letting you know is that there is a portal. This is the portal. This is how you connect to them. Okay. So, and they do have a gift for you. They're there to awaken your gift that you already have, something that you're probably not even aware of, some of you. But even if you are aware of the gifts, there are shadows to the gift. So there is a lot of times where we're using the gift and we're not using it in the proper way, which is not freeing, FREEING, which is not freeing you to your blessings or to your inheritance. It's not. It's until we heal the shadows that we can't reap the rewards, the true rewards of the gift that we all embody. We all embody different gifts. Okay, that was a little side message. Now, um, so I wanted to. Okay, so it says the toxic shadows of the portal. Okay, we have 10 of them and more in detail. So one of the toxic shadows of the portal, and these are something that we need to focus on, embody one at a time. Just take what resonate and leave the rest. Spiritual bypassing, which is like we are our spiritually, we are our body and spirit. So there is a spirit side of us that has a voice. There's a spirit side of us that has, it has connection to the Most High, um, to the spirit realm, to the spirit world. Okay, so spiritual bypassing. So that is avoiding healing or ancestral responsibility by escaping into an ascension of mystical detachment. So it's like detaching from your spiritual self. Basically, that's the shadow. That's not helping you, and it's not helping your ancestors. It's not helping your future generation. Okay, by spiritual bypassing. So know that we're all spiritually connected, whether you want to believe it or not. That's considered spiritual bypassing by not even acknowledging that. Okay, so there is a time. Number two is a timeline disconnection. So being stuck in the past or future energies causing instability, anxiety, or inability to stay grounded in the now. So that's like something happened in the past, and it's like you can't move past it. We've all had some really terrible things happen to us at some point in time in our life. That it could be affecting us from moving forward and growing financially in a relationship, passionate wise, or in love. Okay. So that's a timeline disconnection. Okay. We still live it in that timeline. We haven't forgiven, we don't understand, and we're just stuck. Okay. So that's a timeline disconnection. And there, number three is gateway keeping. I'm gonna go back to timeline disconnection. It says being stuck in the past or future. So you could be stuck in the future where somebody gave you a promise or something that, they probably have no intentions on keeping, or something in the future you expected to happen that never came, or something you was told about that you were supposed to receive that you never came, and you're stuck on that. So that could prevent you from moving forward. In, say for instance, in another with another situation, and you're stuck on what happened in the past, or you're unable to move forward. Same with something that happened in the past. It happened in the past because the shadow, the ancestors dealt with the same thing in the past. But in the past, the ancestors did not have an answer to leaving you with the solution. But now the ancestors here to give you a solution to whatever is in the past and whatever is in the future. Okay, so now that can help us clear up the disconnection, which is allowing whatever happened to say it happened, but for you to grow from that point on. Don't let it stifle you, okay? Because that's living in the shadow. So in order to heal this timeline disconnection, you just agree, this is a part of change. So you agree to change. So you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and let that go. I'm gonna be open to what's coming because my ancestors, are here. I'm here to help my a lot of us are connected to helping people. Most of us are, than most of us that are not. So if you want to help somebody, then you help your ancestors, you help yourself, you help your future generation by just simply making the decision that you don't you're open to change and you're trusting the process. Okay, that's like instantly healing the shadow, being open. Okay, so that's the timeline disconnection. Now, the gateway keeping is hoarding spiritual knowledge or claiming excessive access to ancestral wisdom while withholding it from others. So that's basically saying gatekeeping. You hold information and knowledge, and it could be some powerful knowledge. You could feel like, well, if I let this not, well, what happened to the person who came out with some knowledge the last time? They end up dying, or something end up happening to them, or this is some sacred information. If they really knew what I knew, then there's a whole bunch of what ifs tied around it. That's basically gatekeeping knowledge that you have, because the knowledge that you hold comes from your ancestors. They had the same knowledge, it's passed down to you, and they're looking for you to release the knowledge, to release um, the next chapter, to release what happens next for as your growth spurt comes, right? So they want us to release the knowledge that we have, because it can be the answer to someone else's, the solution to someone else's problem. So we're basically holding the keys to freeing someone else, but we're afraid of change. Then that way they're stuck with their situation, and you're stuck with the knowledge, and you're stuck with the same story, and there's no growth, right? So that's part of gatekeeping, exclusive access to ancestral wisdom, which is true. They have wisdom. They've lived a life. They're with other ancestors who experienced something different. And now that they're able to see what we're going through, or know what we're going through, then they know, like, okay, now we can just do this, that, and the other. Then they can easily, basically, give you what you need to move forward and be successful. But it's just a matter of you trusting and believing and being open to change. Okay, so that's gatekeeping information, withholding it from others as well. It's just like me having information and not sharing it. It's like, but I noticed that when I do share, it's like I receive gifts, I receive rewards, I receive more knowledge, I receive closer connection and closer protection, more protection, where I feel more connected by doing so. And I feel like not only for that, but I feel like it's definitely helpful to people that lost some loved ones, and to know that they're not, they body may be gone, but their spirit is still present. hovering over you, around you, or are they not far from your call once you call to them and let them know that they're present? This is by experience. This is not something that I read, okay? But this is something that I experienced, okay? So I just want to let you know that. So that's gatekeeping, whether you have knowledge or whether it's some wisdom that you need or anything that you need. They know where you're stuck at. They know your shadows. They know why you're there, because it's like we are the shadow. You know, we died with, we passed away with the information that you need, and we know now what to do. But their only problem is that there's no connection to you. You know, you don't know that we're here. You don't know that I'm here. You don't know that this knowledge is available. Gatekeeping. So the next one is fear of initiation. Okay, so once you know, again, we're gonna show you how to heal the gatekeeping information. So it's like, if you know the information, you may not be able to tell anybody about the information. At least write the information down. Write it down on a piece of paper, because they will continue to walk, you know, to share the highlights and the details where there's more information for one day when you get ready to share. That's one of just letting it out. Okay. So you're no longer gatekeep. And then your next responsibility will be to connect with your ancestors and find out how they want you to actually distribute the information. But you got to trust the process. Anytime you get fear, it's like you're turning to your ancestors back in the day where you're stuck and you're just going to basically be where they are one day and not be able to share what information that you want to know that you have with, you know, your family or your children or your generation. It's very important information. A lot of times I'm getting that you probably won't know that it's important until it's too late. Like, damn, I had the answer to that. I had the solution to that. Now how am I going to connect that to whoever you love on this side when it's time? You know what I mean? That's just fast forward. So by you having the information now, you're holding information for a reason. You It's for a specific purpose, okay, and it's for a specific time, because we would just talk about divine timing. Okay, so the next one is fear of initiation, resisting the soul's calling due to fear of power, responsibility, or what transformation may be deemed. So it's like I said before, that the information that you hold, it could be powerful. It's like, oh my God, but it's like doing to fear of power. So that could mean, it can be like fear of power due to resisting the soul's calling due to fear of power, meaning that information can is so powerful that it can seem like it's just too powerful for you to be holding on to. Like, this is a lot of power that I have. I'm holding, and it will put me in a powerful position, or it'll kind of like showing me some information about power, somebody in power, or I don't know, take that how it resonates for you. If you feel that you hold some, resisting the soul's calling due to fear of power, of the power that it holds, responsibility that you would have to do to put it out there, or transformation may demand, or it may be like, okay, well, now that you have this information, now you have to quit, you know, like you may have to not do drugs, or severance is hypothetically speaking, or you may can't be just drinking, because sometimes having so much knowledge and information and you talk to yourself to the point where a lot of people don't understand, and then it, you know, you may picked up a habit or something because it's so powerful, and it's just, you know, only way for you to be able to, it's like a replay where it just needs to be let out, in other words, basically, is what I'm getting. Take it how it resonates. Okay, but it says fear of initiation. So fear of initiation meaning fear of the level that it's going to take you, right? Or it's going to take society, or it's going to take whoever, wherever. Fear of initiation, or what the transformation may demand. Okay. 5, false light guidance. So It could, the shadow is false light guidance, is like trusting illusions or ego-based downloads that misled rather than guide. So I remember there was something that I had to let go of when I had some information and I was sharing some information. I've been sharing it pretty much all my life. And with my dad, mostly because I'm just, this is a side message, but sometimes my dad was a very good listener. And, you know, when I would call him when he was alive, he would cut the TV off and he would just let me just talk, you know. And by this time, I didn't realize I was receiving downloads from the divine. But it was just like it was, so I was, you know, he didn't have no judgment about it. He just would listen. And I felt the more, you know, he would listen, the more I would talk. But now I know that the information I was receiving was some sacred information that now have me in the position where I'm in right now, whether it's good or bad. But it's like my ancestors were held up behind some information and they died for some information that I hold. And I just felt like it was something that it was the story that needs to be told. Take a high resonate. Okay, so anyway, so the false light guidance. So understanding that it wasn't an illusion and it wasn't ego based, or I maybe was carrying it in a way. I don't know if it was necessarily my ego, but it was other information that I was looking at the situation in a negative way. And they was like, no, you cannot. We don't want you to, we want you to move in love. We want you to move with empathy. We want you to move with compassion. We want you to move with forgiveness. We want you to move in a certain way. But it took me a minute to understand that and process that because I was feeling what they were feeling, being an empath, but then seeing what I saw. But then at the same time, I saw them where they were and how they was like, if they didn't know, they didn't know. Just like we didn't know and you didn't know, so they don't know. So that helped me to understand, you know, okay, well, compassion is needed, forgiveness is needed. I don't care what position someone stands in or whatever, but coming from the healing ancestor, helped me to understand as part of healing. And that's what I will do at the end of every reading. Okay, is to heal the energy because that's what I'm capable of doing, just to be able to bring peace and to, you know, to be able to allow it to dissolve so God can rebuild us up the way He wants us to be rebuilt. Take the high resonate. Okay, so anyway, it was a false lights guidance, trusting illusions or ego-based downloads that misled rather than guided. So it misled me into a way of believing something was what it was, but it wasn't. So I had to, you know, put the proper, look at it the proper way so I can be able to approach it the proper way. So it won't be painful. It won't be hurtful to myself or judging others because that was also a shadow. That's part of the healer where we don't want to be judgmental. Okay, so anyway, I'm moving on to the energetic exposure, overexposure. So it says constantly accessing spiritual realms without boundaries, leaving the soul and aura vulnerable to burnout or spiritual attack. So I was at that stage with my spiritual gifts, okay, until I met my healing ancestor and they showed me, you know, because, as a matter of fact, I was out on a burnout, you know, where I just needed a break. And I was like, I was frustrated as far as what I was able to do with the energies that kept attacking me, and I wanted to just take a break. And they was like, no, go back to where you were. And I was like, they showed me that we can heal that energy. We can heal that energy. We can heal that energy. I'm like, what you mean? I'm like, what you mean? I'm running from that energy. They were like, no, don't run from that energy. Go heal the energy. And I'm like, what do you mean you can heal the energy? They were like, yes. I was like, what about this energy, that energy? They were like, yes. So here I am. Okay. So that's just like energetic overexposure where I was constantly feel like I was doing the right thing, but they had to do some adjustments in me so I can be able to understand why I'm there and understand the the good in it for all involved. It wasn't just for my own personal gain. It wasn't just, it was for everybody involved, not just, it was bigger than me type of thing. So that caused, I was overexposure, overextending, being burnt out, and being available to spiritual attack. Okay, so they showed me how to heal that. Okay, so 7 is inherited avoidance. So we inherited avoidance. So this inherited meaning we are naturally born to avoid situations, running from familiar pain and calling it evolution rather than facing it and transforming it. That's basically what I was just saying. It was pain that I was running from instead of facing it and transforming it, which we will have the ability to do once we connect with our ancestors, understand what our shadows are. We understand how the shadows affect us. And what's really hurting us is what we really have the power to be able to change by just choosing to change it. There's no fear that needs to be around it. The fear is facing the thought of changing your old ways that's not serving you anyway. So if it's not serving you, why be afraid to change it, right? So that's inherited avoidance. I was just saying that I was avoiding something, and I was literally out there on the streets running from it. Like I'm staying out in the streets to avoid going home tonight. So because whatever, I just need a break. And then that's where the wake up call came from. He was like, no, go back home. I'm like, what do you mean? And they were like, just so they explained, and I got the message. So anyway, next is chasing portals. Chasing portals. So somebody came in. This is a portal here, and this is a gift. Okay, the two ancestors. So this is a portal to a gift, right? And we got somebody here. This is 7 of Swords. This could be somebody chasing someone. This could be someone very well trying to chase somebody else's portal, trying to find out. Oh, they got blessings. They got growth. Here we come. Hypothetically speaking, I don't know. I'm not judging the situation, but this is a shadow. I would have never known until I seen it that this is something that people do that is wrong in this portal. We all have portals, right? And people can use their portals to go in and destroy, like they said, their spiritual attacking other people because they're energetically overexposed. Chasing portals, becoming addicted to spiritual highs, portals of awakening without integrating lessons into real life. So, becoming addicted, okay, 7 of Swords, to spiritual highs, which means some people can just be in the astral realm, just out there floating around because they just, they trying to consume too much, or awakening without integrating lessons. So it's important if this is a way to if you decide to be awakened, or you decide that part of you has was awakened, then it's something that that it's just not something you can just dive into and just grab. No, you have to do the work. You have to heal one of these shadows in this portal, or two, or one, to get you to the next one. Once you see the one work, then you be like, okay, I'm not gonna chase portals. That's not what I'm not going to do. I'm going to, anytime I decide to go to a portal, I'm going to intentionally plan to learn a lesson from my experience, because it says without integrating lessons into real life. So it's like whichever one you want to start with that one, because it'll heal your ancestors and they'll give you the information and the knowledge to go towards another one. And it's eventually where you just you challenge yourself, and what you're really doing is freeing yourself. So the more free you become, the more free you want to be, and the more you realize that what we're holding on to is shadows and fear in a lot of areas. And once we release them, and then there's rewards that come with it. So this is chasing portals that some people do, and you got to be careful. um Not doing it for the reward, doing it for the reward of freeing yourself, freeing your ancestor, and freeing your future generation, which is your kids. Freeing your kids, you know. Two more. Disconnected channeling. Receiving messages that aren't rooted in integrity or ancestral truth, often due to unhealed wounds. See, that was another part of me. They had said, don't try to heal unless you heal yourself. Don't try to heal unless you are healed first. Don't, and I'm kept like, I gotta kept having getting downloads and I was getting challenged and I wanted to help, but it was like, no, as long as you know you're helping somebody and you're not healed, then you're causing more harm than helping someone. So I had to, remember I said I was talking to my dad all the time, but I was integrating a lot of the pain that I saw people going through as I was trying to help some people, which is cause a lot of people to be codependent on my energy, and I want them to hell out of my energy. But I created that because I was helping people when I wasn't healed to the point where I knew how to help, right, without hurting them and causing more codependency, right? So receiving messages that aren't rooted in integrity. So how do you receive a message that's not rooted in integrity? Like, okay, I received a message and, it's like, I'm just going to do what I'm doing in front of people. But when I'm alone, I'm doing different. I'm doing different messages. My intention is wrong, or I'm doing it for my own benefit, not for the collective. So it's like having two different agendas or ancestral truth, which is once you connect with your ancestor, because you have to learn about your ancestor, and you just learn about your ancestor, then you'll know the truth about the ancestor, and that's part of um, the stories that they tell through the readings when I do them a certain way. And some stories really blew my mind because I was able to connect with them. So just from the information that I've learned from when I did connect with them and the feelings that I felt when I felt with them and I saw how they felt and how it would get quiet and I could just see them standing there with their head down just in pain from the shit that they went through, and how I just felt hopeless for them because it's like, damn, imagine that. So now connecting that with, that's just being able to connect with them and understand what they've been through with no judgment. You know what I'm saying? I have to go through the pain and I have to go through being in their shoes, trying to imagine that the message came through so clear, like, oh my God, like, I was in tears in many days, and I still am once I um, see channel messages that come through, right? So, anyway, integrity of ancestral truth due to unhealed wounds. So, I was unhealed when I received the message. And I remember learning more information and I still wasn't unhealed. And then it was like I had to go through that roller coaster of pain, then to realize what the power is really within me. Because if I can not do what they died doing, and I can change that for them, and then that heals them, which takes their pain away, which takes my pain away, which takes the future generation pain away, then that's how the healing begins. It's not just selfish, right? Okay, so that was disconnected channeling. Now we have identity fragmentation, and this is the last one. Losing clear sense of self due to opening too many doors at once without proper grounding. Right, I've been there too, trying to overdo it, trying to just, you know, I wanted all the answers. I wanted to try to heal all of them at one time because I'm a healer. I wanted to help, right? But then that's when they showed me that I can still do that through helping other people with their ancestors, and I can learn their ancestors through, me doing a reading through them, and I can do that too. So there's always a way of how to do things. Okay, so that's what it is. It's like it's already in your DNA. It's already in you. It's just being unlocked when you say, "Okay, I'm no longer in fear." But a lot of times, people they don't want to change their life from the way it is, whether they've been doing the seven swords energy and it's working and we can take it instead of doing the work. And then a lot of times people want to just continue taking stuff. And that's really hard to change, right? But if you don't have a lot of karmic debt, and you start to release your karmic debt as you start to heal, so it'll start to dissolve as long as you don't do it again. Because I could do something and gain karmic debt again, and then I have to turn back around and heal it and be mindful of, it's just like asking God for forgiveness for sin and turn back around and sin again. But as long as you keep asking for forgiveness until you realize, like, damn, shit, why do I keep doing the same thing over and over? Let me just stop, just change my mind around it, and then maybe it won't hurt so bad. I won't look so stupid. Keep doing the same thing over and over. So with that being said, those are the shadows. Take what resonate, whatever ones that connect with you, or you feel that that could be a shadow in some type of way, or how you deal things. Then you just take it as it comes, because it takes a minute to be able to absorb it and change it. But basically, it's giving you free permission. Like, it's your right to be able to learn more about what you're talking about, so you can take the pain and the splinters out of it, so you can talk about it without constantly being hurt every time you bring it up. That's kind of like, so who wouldn't want to not to be in pain? It just take a little bit more knowledge, doing what needs to be done in order to learn how to work the portal. Okay, so I know what's on. That was a whole hour. Okay, I only got 5 cards on the table. So what I'm doing, I'm gonna go ahead and go into the gift ancestor. That was the portal. Hopefully, you was able to receive something from that. Okay, the gift. Um, okay, it says the gift, the meaning ancestral archetype. The essence is inherited blessings, sacred talents, and divine offerings. Okay, so that's beautiful, right? Inherited blessings, where you already inherited them. But what happens when you connect with your ancestors, you become aware of the gift that you have, and you understand where the gift is coming from and how the gift is used and what to do and what not to do, then it becomes more powerful, right? It becomes more potent. You receive more gifts. Okay. So it says sacred talents, divine offerings. So your talents to become more aware. It's like the talents that you're doing, the talents that you have, or whatever type of career you have, or whatever you do for finances, or whatever you do as far as your talents that you're good at, that you do without even realizing that you're even doing it, because you can do it in your sleep. That's a talent. Okay. That's something that was passed down to you from your ancestors. If you love doing what you're doing, a lot of times we do what we do just because for the money, and that's not really, it's not a good, it's not a good place to be when you're working and not having any type of passion for it. You do yourself a disservice and the people that you're servicing a disservice. Okay, but with the gift, it says the core meaning, the gift represents the spiritual, creative, or ancestral inheritance passed down through your bloodline. Okay, so we all have gifts connected to our bloodline. Okay, it's just like when you was a child and you drew a lot. You like to draw, okay, or you like to dance, or you like to sing, until somebody told you your ass couldn't draw, or somebody told you couldn't sing, or somebody told you sit down somewhere. That was your gift being stifled. Okay, and we believe what other people said, and we chose not to pick up the gift, and we wounded. Okay, basically that's a wound that we walking around with. But you always have a liking to art, a liking to colors, a liking to design, right? So pay attention to that, because go back into when you was a child and you see who stifled your dreams, because parents do it unknowingly, not realizing you're gonna grow up with that wound, or you know what I mean. So pay attention to that. But that's a gift that you have. It could be a gift to see, a gift to prophesy, a gift to speak, a gift to, there's many gifts that's out there that you have, or each one of us have. So anyway, I'm gonna finish reading. It says the gift represents a spiritual, creative, or ancestral inheritance passed down through bloodline. It may be a talent, a calling, a healing ability, a spiritual connection, or even an unseen virtue that wants to awaken in you now. So it's like that's powerful. An unseen virtue. Them the ones I think be the most stifled, because it's like I feel it, nobody can see it, but you know that it's yours. It's just, and especially if it's unseen, it can be speaking to the wrong person about your spirituality or your spiritual gifts. It can People can have their own beliefs around it and can stifle your decision to come out with it. So be careful when you talk to about your spiritual gifts. Just be careful. You cannot take everybody's advice, and you cannot use it in the way that they say they use theirs, because your destiny is not the same as their destiny, and you don't know what their destiny is rooted in. And trust, that's where you come and trust in yourself. Trust yourself. That's why I say when you trust yourself, then you don't have everybody else don't have nothing else to do with the decision that you make. You have to learn. That's one rule number one, is learn how to trust yourself. Just trust yourself and what you see, what you feel, what you hear. Okay. It says this card invites you to honor, claim, and embody what your ancestors preserved for you, sometimes through a great suffering. It is your responsibility to not let this gift remain buried or unrecognized. Okay, so like I said, a lot of time you go back to your childhood, you be able to see the gifts that they was flowing freely until we got older and we realized that we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. It's going to cause too much attention. We're programmed to something that happened in the past, and it's going to happen again. And it was a painful situation, and we didn't know how to. It just turns into a big old trauma situation, traumatic. So the life size of the aspect of the gift is activating soul purpose. You embrace your unique calling with clarity and confidence. Two, ancestral blessing. You're supported by spiritual gifts passed down through generations. Okay, you're supported by your spiritual gift. That's very important, because they know what gifts you have. They know the ones that they have. They know who they giving it to, and they know who's using it, how they using it, and if they're using it. And if they're using it the wrong way, that's why the shadow toxic patterns is always something to look at, because we could be having very powerful gifts, but using it in the wrong way, which is serving as a disservice to you, your ancestors, your future generation, and everybody else around you. So we have divine favor. Favor follows you because you walk in alignment with your soul's inheritance. So that's why I said favor follows you when you choose to use your gift, and you choose to change, you choose to use it in the right way with intentions on, you know, doing it the right way. Intentions on doing it the right way. Healing hands, voice, and vision. A natural gift flows through you as an offering to others. Okay, so you could have a voice, whether you sing or whether you speak or whether you're a public speaker or whatever it is. It's a gift. If you're embodying people around you and they love to hear you do what you do, then that's a gift. Okay, so it comes in those forms. Okay, healing hands, voice, and vision. Vision. So you could be seeing things for people that nobody else sees, but that's that invisible, unseen vision. That's like a gift, right? And people suffer. Sometimes they're in I know a person who was tormented by what they saw until I gave that person a reading. And it was like, you're prophetic, you're a prophetic seer, prophet. You was a seer, so you see things that the ancestors, they're showing you what they saw. So it ain't gonna make no sense, but to you and but to nobody, to your ancestors. So connect to your ancestors and trust what you see, and know that there's a reason for you to see what you see, because it's part of the future that you need to tap into, right? So sometimes I've heard people say, "Well, I went to the hospital, or I went to the doctor, or I went to, they gave me some pills, because I was able to see dead people, or, I saw, I could see ancestors, I could see dead people right now. It's like, I mean, if I didn't know my spirits, or if I wasn't where I was spiritually, it would be real creepy. But I was like, I just like, what did you see? Like, what are they doing? They said, they're just sitting there smiling, but they could have been looking at my ancestors. You know what I'm saying? So I let the person go ahead and share what they saw, though it was weird to me, but at the same time, I understood that people have different gifts, you know, and they see different things and they experience different things. So I was able to, but he was excited talking about it. This person is here, they're wearing this, they're wearing that, and they're just sitting there just smiling, and they just, it was, it's kind of, it's not creepy, but it was for a minute, kind of, until I had to really, get into my head, like, okay, well, this could really be what this person is saying. Who to say you can't see? This person is, I'm testing the water to see how he feels. It didn't get crazy, it didn't turn into a crazy story. It was just that it ended up making him happy that he was able to talk about it. So not everybody will understand your gifts, but that's why you have to pray about it and just, ask your ancestors to show you how to use it, or know that it's your ancestor coming through, and that's their gifts, that they're showing you the things that they've seen through you, that now able to know that it's whatever is happening to you is not from you. It came from your ancestors. So it's like, if it's uncomfortable, then is there something more you need to learn? If it's something you're enjoying, then there's more where that came from as well. Okay, so that was the last one, I believe. Creative spiritual expression. It says you manifest beauty, knowledge, or healing through your sacred craft. So that's just another way of, that's a gift. All these are gifts. Okay. Creative and spiritual expression. You manifest beauty, knowledge, or healing through your sacred craft. It's like, if you do what you do, you're good at what you do, and you get paid for what you do, and you love what you do, then it's a gift. Okay. And it's sacred. And there's more from where that came from. Okay. So there's a legacy of light. It says you carry the best of your lineage forward into the world. That's what you do with your gift when you're connected with your ancestors. Is this the light? Yeah. Sacred stewardship. You protect nature and evolve the gifts for future generations. Sacred stewardship. So it's like your stewardship over your gifts that your ancestor gave you. They trust you with them, that you're going to use them properly. You're going to continue to keep their head raised high, keeping yours raised high, and raising the generation, pass down to your generation where they're able to keep their head high, right? You nurture and evolve the gifts for future generations. That's the last one. Okay, so that's the light side of the gift. They come in all forms, right? Seen and unseen, visible, creative expressions. That's all beautiful. Ancestral blessings, activated soul purpose. All that's the beautiful thing. Now, the top, I'm just going to run through the shadow side, because it's, you'll know from the good side with the bad side, flip side. You should understand. That says gift rejection, rejecting your gift, denying your calling out of fear, shame, or lack of validation. We know what that is. Okay, imposter syndrome. Okay, believing you're unworthy or unqualified to carry the ancestral blessing. That's just your own insecurities because we've been taught that, because we don't know how to work the gift, because we don't know what the gift is all about. You know, all of the stuff that you don't know. Knowledge is power. So the more you know about it, the more you feel more confident in it, the more you spend time in it, the more you can speak about it, the more you can feel more confident in working on it. Jealousy and comparison, envying others' gifts instead of activating your own. Okay. All of this person coming in to see who got gifts, who got the Ace of Pentacles, or who got the Two of Pentacles, who got choices. You know, they come in. So you know that when you embrace your gift, they not far away. Okay, so jealousy and comparison. Okay, envying other gifts instead of activating your own. Two, I over identificate. Four, over identification, making the gift your entire identity and using it for ego validation. Okay, I'm gonna read that again. It should make sense. If you operate in the gift, either you know if you are, if you know, if you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. If you know what it is, you know what it is. If you don't, you don't. Making the gift your entire identity, embodying it, and using it for ego validation. That means I'm just you become the gift. I'm the gift, nigga. I'm ego and all, and you just doing the damn thing just because that's what you do, because to put you in power, because it's a powerful gift, but it's always to be done with balance, not over identification with it. So we have that's number five. Number four, number five is spiritual explore exploitation. Monetize or performing your gift without integrity, authenticity, or respect for its roots. Okay, I'm gonna read it again and move on to the next one. Monetizing or performing your gift without integrity, authenticity, or respect for its roots. Okay, so it's like we don't care about the gift ancestor. We just want the gifts. We don't care about the shadow side. We don't care about nothing. We just want the money, and we're gonna do whatever we can to get the moolah. And we ain't got no rules because we are the rules. That's disrespecting the ancestors. They're like looking at you like a damn fool, shaking their head like, "Oh my God." They don't see the repercussions of what they're doing. Okay, one day they're going to be in my situation. You know what I'm saying? In our situation, they're going to see how silly they ass look. You know what I'm saying? Mishandling things that they've been given as a sacred, gift, and people's being disrespectful. But that's just how some people are. They're just not mindful. They don't know. Okay, that's spiritual exploitation. Number six is neglect and suppression, ignoring the gift due to trauma. Like, I'm not going to use that. I was seeing people I used to see, you know, due to trauma, cultural assurance, or generational silence. Trauma. Your gift could have, it can show you the ideas to see. You could have the gift to see, and you'd be like, okay, I just seen somebody just, you know, I just seen somebody go through something. I just seen somebody go through something, and I'm afraid. Like, oh my God. Well, if you talk to your ancestors and have a sit down with this, you don't sit, when I say sit down, when I say talk to your ancestors, I mean just sit still and listen. Channel them in, talk to and have intentions to be open to listen to your ancestor of love in love, and you have a question, they can feel you, they know, right? So neglect and suppression, ignoring the gift due to trauma, cultural erasure, or generational silence. I mean, everybody says taboo. Like, don't use tarot. It is, XYZ. And, well, it saved my life, literally. and lives of many others. So I would, if I would have been listening to other people, then I would have not. I never looked into it. I never thought about it, but I know it was taboo before you even decide to look at it. So when I looked at it, it was more so like, well, he opened the door. My intuition spoke through a tarot channel where I just, I can't even say it was a tarot channel. It was somebody who was channeling, and they was channeling my energy. So I was like, okay, wait a minute. How do they know my shit, know my life or my situation? I don't know it myself. Like, what? How did this work? Somebody reading your whole energy online, talking about you, and you have no idea what they talking about, and you know for sure that you're channeling your energy. Rework.
At Bliss. But I'm not always here.
Um, hold on one second. So it's like finding out for yourself. It just the safest way to go about it is um, the safest way to go about it is just pay attention to how you feel. It's like animals have instincts. They follow their instincts. Like animals have instincts, right? We're just human beings. And once we follow that, then it'll take us where we need to, one step at a time. Just one step at a time, being open. So the final one is no. The next one is inherited burdens. Number 7, seeing the gifts or as a curse or too heavy to carry, especially if past ancestors were punished or persecuted for it. Well, that's like a big fear. Persecution is like that's exactly what they did. A lot of them was punished or persecuted for using their gifts, or however that fear, that burden that they carry. We were born through our mother's womb, we carried it, and we have the same beliefs and situations about it as well. So there you go with that. Fragmented power, using the gift without grounding, protection, or maturity. Grounding is very important. it's like It's like as much time we spend in the spiritual realm, we want to spend in on Mother Earth and being grounded. This is like a tree, excuse me, a true. Right, she is a truth. Right. Okay. So it's like being grounded. Being grounded, it's like, if not, you'll float away like a balloon because it's not grounded. It's not held tight, right? So it's like if you're not grounded, you can just spiritually get lost, in illusions and just you just like a balloon, just your mind's just gone. So it's important to be grounded, using your gift without grounding, protection, or maturity. So understanding that it's not about power. It's not about power. It's like once you realize that it is powerful, then it's even more responsibility that you have to release the power over to the Most High, right? Or to someone in a higher source, for the Most High God, or your ancestors, or just don't try to. It's like going out there with a sharp blade or a sharp sword, and it's powerful, right? And it's just like any kind of mishandle could hurt yourself or the people around you or the situation, the car you're in or the train you're in or whatever. You don't want to be destructive, is what I'm saying. So it's being respect, so it can respect you. You get respect from it as well. Okay, so the next one is two more is left. Then I'm done. I'm just going to go ahead and pull a couple of energies after this, just some cards, and just pull one energy and end it because I'm getting kind of long with this explanation, but I love it because guess what? Now you know what to do and what not to do. Fragmented power, using the gift without ground. Okay, that's fragmented. Not using it in its proper form, using a part of it, not respecting the whole thing. Fear of success, subconsciously sabotaging opportunities where your gift could shine. That's one of my shadows, right? So because of man, this was powerful. Like, oh my God, like you don't want to, you know, this all kind of thoughts you can have when you're not grounded. You can be all up in your head, like, get carried away with it. So it's always good to be grounded. Along the more grounding that you have, the more clearer you can think about how to use your gift. Okay, ancestral guilt is the last one, number 10. Then we're gonna go into read the message in one affirmation, and that's gonna be it. Okay. So ancestral guilt. Feeling unworthy of the gift because of past feeling unworthy of the gift because of past family pain, oppression, or karmic wounds. Okay? Past family pain, like ancestral, past life, previous times, people before you they carry it down through the bloodline. So you could be carrying or feeling something that happened in the past that ain't got nothing to do with you in this time. But other than you waking up and realizing it don't have to be something so painful, but you can heal the pain and operate in a proper way because you're responsible and you're choosing to take upon the mantle to, to make a legacy, to create a legacy, to carry the legacy forward. Okay. So message from the ancestors. We preserved this light for you through darkness. Do not let the flame die in your hands. This gift is not only for you, it's for those you will heal, awaken, and lead. Carry it with honor. It's your birthright and your blessing. Okay? Affirmation: I receive my ancestral gifts with grace. I honor the light that lives in me and through me. Okay? So know that it's powerful. Your ancestors are, they have a lot to share. They want to share it with you. If you take upon a call, then just make sure you use it with integrity, you know, and love. All right. So what I'm gonna do? Okay. Okay. So I'm looking at the bottom of the deck. That was the message. That's the message, ancestors. So ancestral communication is coming through signs and dreams. So pay attention to the signs, the dreams. Daydreams are dreams, are visions. Okay, dreams. If you can remember your dreams and they come through dreams, write them down. If you have a daydream, don't think you're just daydreaming. It's always connected to something. From what I just learned, make sure it's not tied to some type of trauma. Take the trauma out of the situation and just look at the vision for what it is. Write it down. Anytime we're just dazing off is a vision. So pay more attention. Pay attention to the birds. If you see a bird, see what type of bird it is. Look it up. Spiritual meaning. If you see numbers, look up the angel numbers. See what it means. If you see color a lot, look at the color and see what the spiritual color means. It's just like be more aware and attentive to what's going on around you. Okay. So now I'm about to go ahead and get into this message. It tells me a lot about the energies that I've already previously been dealing with, been reading a lot about just from those messages right there. Okay. So if some messages that you're reading or you may get and it remind you of somebody, then just write it down and just take a moment of silence and sit back and be like, okay, spirit, what was this all about? And believe what you're being told. Don't act on it, but just believe it's one step at a time. Know that you're protected. Once they do, they only gonna give you what you're able to handle. Okay. Okay, so thank you, Spirit. Thank you, angels, ancestors, for your message. I love that part. Okay, so now we have seek. Someone's here seeking. I'm gonna read the cards again. Now, someone's here seeking. Okay, they're either seeking a porter or they're seeking a gift, right? Okay, this person is either seeking. They seeking the truth. Now they seeking one thing here, growth. Then there's another seek they're here seeking some type of betrayal. They could be looking for some type of answers. This is a deception card in tarot. Stealing, thieving. Okay. Then we have this is the Eight of Wands, so there's a message being sent of some type of growth. Could have been for a particular sign. Okay. Sagittarius energy. Take what resonates, and you have the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is the energy of the opportunity for finances. Like you got the coin handed to the universe, like from your ancestors. Like, okay, now look at your ancestors. They are guiding you. They are roots. Okay, they have all of this growth for you. Okay, and here we are with the two pentacles, which is find balance. Okay, so you want to find balance in whatever it is. Don't try to just take it straight to the top. Don't make it about yourself. Each decision you make is has something to do with your ancestors, has something to do with you and your future generations. So be mindful. Okay. So now I want to go ahead and heal the energies right now. I call on my blessed ancestors of healing love. I thank you for your sacred knowledge, and wisdom, strength, and your gifts. Guide my hands, heart, and spirit, and my words and my thoughts. Thank you for your protection and your blessing. Walk with me as I heal the gift ancestor and the portal ancestor. Shadows. I hear my shadows first. Scarcity mindset, fear of change, unrequited love, burnout and exhaustion, health wounds, martyrdom, judgment, ancestral patterns, unfulfilled potential, karmic debts, loss, guilt, fear of vulnerability, fear of success, over reliance on fixing others, unhealed trauma, avoidance of personal healing, guilt, isolation, codependency, betrayal from past life, past betrayals and welcome trusting, honest relationships, isolation, fear of intimacy, abandonment, fear of responsibility, fear of authority, self-sacrifice, fear of conflict, victimhood, vows of poverty, creativity blocks, persecution, fear of success, soul contracts, health wounds, people pleasing, fear of failure, the nine of deceit, the hermit energy, the seven of swords, Aquarius energy, seek the truth, the eight of wands, success and growth, ace of pentacles, strengthening bonds, find balance. Okay, and heal the ancestors, shadows. The portal ancestor, shadows, the provider, oh no, hold on. The portal, spiritual bypassing, timeline, disconnection, gatekeeping, fear of initiation, false light guidance, energetic correspondence, inherited avoidance, chasing portals, disconnected channeling, identity fragmentation. Walk with me as I heal the gift ancestor shadows, gift rejection, imposter syndrome, jealousy and comparison, over identification, spiritual exploitation, neglect and suppression, inherited burden, fragmented power, fear of success, ancestral guilt. It says, I am in love. I am love in motion, aligned with the infinite creation because abundance is my birthright. I am deeply rooted in purpose and rising in truth because abundance is my birthright. I am magnetized in sacred collaborations, aligned with destiny because abundance is my birthright. I'm a living embodiment of divine favor and grace because abundance is my birthright. I'm rising from every ending into glorious new beginnings because abundance is my birthright. I am building with partners who reflect my soul's truth because abundance is my birthright. I'm guided by love in cosmic alignment because abundance is my birthright. I'm healed, whole, and widely supported because abundance is my birthright. I am walking in divine partnership with the universe because abundance is my birthright. I'm a phoenix transformed, renewed, and prosperous because abundance is my birthright. I'm in union with love's highest vibration because abundance is my birthright. I am one with the infinite source of wealth and well-being because abundance is my birthright. I'm aligned with visionary partners who amplify my light because abundance is my birthright. I am love actualized in every business move because abundance is my birthright. I'm experiencing miracles born of sacred timing because abundance is my birthright. I am the divine blueprint of prosperity rising through me because abundance is my birthright. I am activating universal doors of success through love because abundance is my birthright. I'm ready to receive in all in full I'm ready to receive in full the blessings of ordained for me because abundance is my birthright. I am fearless in love, faith, and divine expansion because abundance is my birthright. I'm a reflection of the universe's limitless generosity because abundance is my birthright. I'm fully supported in sacred success because abundance is my birthright. I'm manifesting new realms of opportunity through love because abundance is my birthright. I say amen, and so it is. I say amen, and so it is. I say amen, and so it is. Okay. I want to go ahead and heal those ancestors first before I went ahead and start doing the reading. Okay. So let's see. Let's see what this energy is seeking here. We're going to put some energy, spirit. Show us what. Okay. So this person is nine. This hermit energy is seeking strong foundations. Okay. I got strong foundations. Your success is built in stability and integrity. Strengthen your roots to support figure growth. It's a castle and stability of protection. So they could be seeking a strong foundation. Okay. They could be they have the world card, completion, fulfillment, achievement, wholeness, success, unity, accomplishment, integration. So they're seeking a strong foundation in the world, celebration, enlightenment, satisfaction, triumph, end of journey, recognition, perfect balance, conclusion, cosmic conscious and totality. Okay, so they're seeking the world, they're seeking a strong foundation. Okay, they're seeking a, a strong foundation in the world. Okay, let's get one more. They're seeking financial security, saving stability, focus on building a strong financial foundation comes from discipline and financial habit. So this person here is, they're trying to come up with some, you know, I mean, it's only, they want a strong foundation in the world. They want financial security. Four of Pentacles. Okay, they could be want to hold on to some finances. They could be short on finances. They could be low on finances. Okay, so what's to seek the truth? Seven of Swords. Okay, we're gonna put some energy around seeking the truth on Seven of Swords. Okay, so they could. This is the energy of. This is actually a spread. Okay, it's a 7 question spread. It's a healing spread. So this person could be seeking the truth about somebody's healing. Okay, they're seeking the truth about somebody's healing. They want to know, is this healing going to bring me some finances? Is this healing? somebody, somebody want to know. Okay, they want to know if this healing, this Seven of Swords, and if they seeking the truth about this healing insights. Okay, tell me more about this Seven of Swords. Okay, they keep seeking the truth about a cop enforces law and order. Okay, they seeking some information about a cop. Okay, we got enforcement, law and order. Okay, they could be looking for seeking about a cop healing. They could be healed, could receive some type of healing through one of the readings. Okay, they seeking some information about a shift, a massive energetic change is occurring. Okay, so something is changing that they want to see something. They want to seek the truth about. Okay, the shift, the shift in the cop healing. So it could be the cop healing. Okay, so tell me more. We're going to go ahead and clear, get some energies around this growth and success. Okay, this is a person who's actually done the work. They're growing. They see the answers to the roots is coming up from the behind their back. They could be doing some type of ancestral healing. Okay, so they're getting some growth. They're getting some growth around their growth and success. So let's put three energies around that. We have the phantom, something intangible but felt, a ghost who haunts lonely roads. So there's a phantom energy that could be haunting someone's growth. A phantom energy, that's like a ghost energy, a ghost who haunts lonely roads. So this could be an energy that could be haunting this person. They could be wanting to send a message to this person. You know, they could remember somebody was on a journey in my other reading, okay, and they was taking a journey alone. So there could be this ghost energy that could be trying to connect to them in some kind of way. Be careful. We have shed old layers. Okay, so someone's growth is shedding old layers. Soul wisdom. I live from my wisdom of my soul. So somebody is choosing to live from the wisdom of their soul. Okay. And they got some phantom ghost energy that could be haunting and overcoming financial setbacks. So this is Five of Cups energy. So this is could be someone overcoming some financial setbacks. Okay. They're shedding old layers. Okay. And they getting some type of growth for doing so. It says regret, loss, emotional resilience. Don't let past financial failures hold you back. Embrace new opportunities with a resilient mindset. So they could have left a situation, financially, strapped in some type of way, and they're getting some type of growth by connecting with their ancestors, by doing some type of growth. I keep getting the two readings mixed up. Okay. So somebody's experiencing some type of growth. Okay, so we're gonna clarify this eight strengthening bonds. This is this eight of pentacles. This is the Capricorn energy. So it says God's love is unshakable, Romans 8:38-39. Okay, so this person could be, they could be, getting some type of growth. Somebody connected to God. Okay, and he said they realizing that his love is unshakable, or this is a reminder to someone that his love is unshakable. Okay, it is Ace of Pentacles. It is plentiful. It is fruitful. It is loving. It is growth. Yeah, and he is unshakable. So somebody, Ace of Pentacles energy, somebody's like they rooted in God's love. Home energy. So this the home energy came out. It says clear the energy in your family home for peace and harmony. Escape. So this person who want to escape their home, is Capricorn energy. Hold on to faith, expecting divine assurance fulfillment. God is not human that he should lie. Does he speak? Then he not act. Okay, so that's Numbers 23:19. So somebody's calling on God, somebody's depending on God, somebody's relying on God, somebody's investing in him, somebody is Capricorn energy, strengthening bonds. He could somebody strengthening bonds with God. So we are clarifying strengthening bonds. They could be want to escape something, getting away from a situation or stress. So they could be at home. So they could be having some home situation they could be escaping from. They finding out that God's love is unshakable with this Ace of Pentacles. They could be reaching out to God. This is a Capricorn energy. Okay, we have two of balance. Okay, that's a Capricorn energy again. So they could be wanting to find some type of balance or something. Balance in a situation. Spiritual emptiness, a sense of lacking fulfillment on a deeper level. Okay, so this person, yeah. Okay. Strategic competition. They could be strategically, this is Five of Wands energy. So they could be strategically competition. Somebody could be trying to block their finances, or they could be trying to block somebody else's finances, or they could be trying to find balance in the conflicts happening around their finances. We got strategic competition. This is the energy of some competition, challenges, growth through conflict. Financial growth often comes through overcoming challenges, complete compete, strategic, and adapt. Okay, and we have one more. Purpose, action. I birth what matters most. Forgiveness, release resentment for inner peace. So, forgiveness. It says release resentment for inner peace. So this person could be looking for some type of forgiveness. They could be going through some type of financial challenges. They could be, spiritual emptiness. Okay, they could be having some situations at home. Okay, they need some opportunities to hold on to the faith. Okay, we got Numbers 23:19 in the Bible. You might want to read that. Romans 23:19. We have Romans 8, verse chapter 8, verse 38 through 39. They could be seeking for some find balance and some type of forgiveness. Okay, again, this is a portal of gifts. So this is the portal where it takes you to your gift. So, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and put some energies around us. Let me see. We're gonna find out. We're gonna get some mystic journey energy. Find out what's the overall energy. Love, travel. Somebody could be ready to travel in love. Okay, that's good. This is what this could be about. Somebody traveling in love. All right. Curiosity. Okay, about travel. Passion. Curiosity about someone's passion. Guidance to blessings. Okay, so let's see what comes out. Okay, we got self love. Self love, forgiveness, and transform. Okay, somebody loving on themselves, they forgiving themselves, they ask to be asking for some type of forgiveness, and they could be having for some sort of hope. That's the overall energy on the table. Okay, take what resonates. So let's go ahead and find out Let's clarify strong foundation. So somebody sees something clearly with this hangman in reverse. Okay, they've been enlightened, awakened to something, to a strong foundation. This is clarifying this hermit energy. They've been awakened to something. This is Pisces energy. Okay, they could be emotionally driven. Okay, okay. They could see justice in reverse. They could see somebody's not receiving any type of some type of justice on their foundation. Okay, we are clarifying strong foundations. Your success is built on stability. Okay, so they're seeking for some type of justice. Okay, they are awakened to something that somebody's not receiving justice or not receiving justice. Okay, let's see. Tell me more still. Okay, we have a Hierophant. Okay, there is this Taurus energy. Okay, this is some type of spiritual, some spiritual values. It could be a leader in an organization. Okay, it can be, it's definitely a Taurus energy. Take that how it resonates. Let me put one energy. Let me see. I really want one energy around this energy. Give me one energy around this energy. Okay, so somebody's aware of some type of mediumship awareness. So somebody have a mediumship gift of ability, mediumship awareness, some type of boundaries being set, protecting their energy, ancestor blessings. I walk with their strength behind me. So they're aware that they're not getting no justice because somebody is setting some type of balance. They've noticed that somebody has some type of mediumship and they're not receiving no justice. Okay, so tell us about the world. There's a cycle completed. There's a fulfillment, achievement, a wholeness, success. We're still clarifying seeking. Okay, determined energy. Okay, they could be seeking the world. There's something closed for them. Okay, they could be in a situation, the nine of swords. They're in the nine of swords energy. There could have been some type of betrayal, some type of cycle that closed, and they're caught in a cycle of betrayal. The world in the upright is completion, fulfillment, achievement, wholeness, success, unity, harmony, travel, celebration, enlightenment, satisfaction, triumph. End of journey, recognition, perfect balance, conclusion, cosmic conscious, and totality. Then you have this on top to clarify. Okay, so tell us more. Okay, bottom on the deck, somebody they took a leap of faith, somebody taking a leap of faith. I don't know, there's some type of betrayal here on this either new beginning or so a cycle's been closed out. There's it also represents a new beginning too. So they could be seeking some betrayal in a new beginning. Okay, we got the double Capricorn energy right here. We got the double, we got the two of pentacles, we got the four of pentacles. Somebody hold on to their finances. So it could be a Capricorn. They hold on to their finances. It's over here with this Capricorn energy, with this Ace of Pentacles and this Two of Pentacles over here at the end of the ring. They could be short on their finances. They could be feel like they was betrayed, or they could be. So this is a world. When the world card is there's like okay, it's an upright. It's like it's a cycle has been closed. They walking in through a new door. Okay, then we got a betrayal here, Ten of Swords. We have double Capricorn. There's an opportunity that have been presented to someone. Two of Pentacles, they have to choose, or they have to choose what to do. The devil himself is here, double Capricorn. We got double Capricorn here in this reading. They're in a strategic competition, having home energy, they're having a hard time. They could be seeking a new way of doing things. I don't know. They could be holding on to somebody's finances for a Pentacle. This is another Taurus energy. Okay, just holding on, holding back tight, holding on close, holding on somebody's finances. So I get a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, the Ten of Swords. Then we have the Capricorn energy, the Devil, and then we have the Two of Pentacles, which is the Capricorn energy. Then we have Four of Pentacles, holding back on their finances. They could be having a hard time for betrayal, or they could be trying to betray somebody, trying to block somebody's finances. They could be trying to betray somebody, giving somebody an opportunity, could giving this Virgo an opportunity to seek some type of betrayal. With these Two of Pentacles, either choosing one way or another to hold on to a Four of Pentacles to try to block somebody's finances. Let's see what type of energy is around them. Emotional intelligence. Okay, so emotional intelligence is here. They could be feeling guilty about what they did or something. I don't know. Increase your emotional intelligence in this relationship. Okay, so they could be trying to increase their emotional intelligence. Okay, we got Ten of Swords, the Devil, and you got the Two of Pentacles, which is the Capricorn energy, and then you have a Four of Pentacles, which is a Taurus energy. They're holding on to their finances. That's the only money in the deck. Like this person could be clutching their pot. They could be feeling something a little fishy going on. Look how they hold on to their pentacles. Okay, so this is, yeah. I don't know if they're trying to do some type of betrayal or not, but I'm kind of getting that energy. Okay, could be towards somebody who's. Yeah, it could have something to do with the Four of Pentacles. Okay, Taurus. Yeah, it could have something to do with the Four of Pentacles. Okay, Taurus. Okay, so let's pull another card. Divine timing. Align with the natural timing of your soul's unfolding. Weakness, a lack of strength, of vulnerability. So they could be waiting for somebody to have a moment of weakness during this type of betrayal. Okay, I don't know if this is a plan. Let's see. Is a plan. Let's see. Let's pick up on the energy around here. Okay. So these person they okay. So these people are waiting for, because the Eight of Wands also represent travel, okay, for some type of growth. Okay, so they could be waiting for divine timing, okay, for some emotional intelligence. So something is going around some type of travel. Okay. Somebody said something about captured. I don't know. It's captured came out. So let's see. I don't want to spend too much time on this situation. Okay. But they could be trying to capture someone eternal, something. I don't know. Some type of capture, some type of eternal. Okay. Something needs to be captured. But let's keep on going. If I have time to go back and clarify, if not, I'll make another video. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and, yeah, there was some type of loss of investment. They lost an investment in love. Okay. Yeah, so they want a new beginning. Somebody lost some type of investment. Okay. In love. We're going to put this over to the side. So let's clarify financial security. Tell me about this financial security. Okay, we got the Nine of Wands energy. Okay, so this is Four of Pentacles. Okay, so their financial securities, they could be standing in the Nine of Wands energy. They could be holding on to their finances. Okay, standing guard. They could be guarded, feeling guarded. Okay, or something about a Sagittarius. Somebody's taking a leap of faith in an opportunity. Okay, we're clarifying this Four of Pentacles energy. Okay, so it could be a Taurus, or it could be some type of Taurus figure that could be standing guard. Okay, feeling kind of guarded. Okay, somebody about to take a leap of faith. okay, as a business opportunity right here. And a business opportunity. Somebody just going all in. They're like, fuck it, I'm going in. This is somebody, this is hermit, this is clarifying a hermit energy, seeking some sort of seeking the perfect timing for something, for them to just go all in. They received a business opportunity. Okay. What's the recent past of this Nine of Wands? I don't want to go here right now. Okay, there was a message of truth about a King of Cups. Okay, so somebody is standing guard. Okay, so recent past of this Page of Pentacles. Okay, yeah, Four of Cups. Okay, so this is somebody who's not even paying attention to them even coming. They're not even accepting of whatever it is that they heard, whatever information that came in. So somebody want to move in, come in as a, from the recent past as an opportunity. Somebody presented an opportunity, and somebody said, "I'm going all in on this situation. I'm going all in." Okay, so this is a Virgo. This is a Leo or a Cancer. Okay, so they're all going in. We have this Page of Pentacles, is also a Taurus. We have a Four of Pentacles, which is a Taurus, which is also opportunity. Okay, we have a Page of Wands, which is a new beginning, inspired new beginning. Somebody going all in on the situation. Okay, they have a new idea. They heard something. This new idea, this Page of Wands. Okay, so there's inspired. So somebody ready to come in towards. They got some information from a King of Swords, King of Cups. Okay. We got bottom of the deck. Somebody moving towards love. Okay. And we got this Virgo seeking for an opportunity. It looks like there was the King of Pentacles. I mean, this Capricorn energy, they're here presenting an opportunity. Okay. They're giving a choice for someone to have a strategic plan of action to for some sort of competition or some type of blockage. Okay, they want some type of forgiveness all in the same breath. I don't know. Towards somebody who wants forgiveness, I'm getting. Okay, so there's an opportunity for somebody who wants some type of forgiveness. Okay, give me one more energy for this. I'm gonna find some energy around it. For this financial security, Four of Pentacles. With this Nine of Wands and this Page of Pentacles. Okay, got the Libra energy here with the Two of Swords. Okay, she's refusing to see something. She don't know how something. She don't want to see something. So there's a present. So there's an opportunity presented. What's the recent past of this Two of Swords? Okay, there's a Scorpio energy, Death Scorpio energy. So they could not want to see something coming to an end, or there's a Scorpio who, that's on her mind, or there was an ending that she kind of like don't want to see. Okay, it's something she don't want to see. What is it that she don't want to see? This Two of Swords. What is it that she don't want to see? She don't want to see some burdens coming from someone. She don't want to feel burdened. She don't want to see some type of burden. Okay, Ten of Wands. She don't want to see some type of a Sagittarius energy. Okay, with a new beginning. Okay, so they could be having some plans to block a Sagittarius. This Nine of Wands is here. What they standing guard? What they standing guarded over? What this person standing guarded over? They standing guarded over the truth. The Nine of Wands energy is standing guarded over the truth. Okay, what is this Page of Pentacles? What is the business opportunity? What's the investment? Okay, there's an investment in some type of Nine of Swords energy. Okay, to bring some type of Nine of Swords energy. Okay, we got the Virgo energy, Nine of Pentacles. Okay, we got some type of Seven of Swords energy. Okay, and we got the King of Pentacles. Okay, so we have somebody's having memories of the past. Okay, so this is definitely has an opportunity to bring some type of Seven of Swords energy, to bring some type of Nine of Swords energy. It could somebody could have came from a King of Pentacles. Okay, which it could be the Virgo energy, the Capricorn energy. It could be. or it's the King of Pentacles. They have plan on doing the Seven of Swords energy right here. The King of Pentacles is standing in the Seven Swords energy. Okay, invested in this Virgo energy to bring some type of Nine of Swords energy, because, or it could be a Libra in a Nine of Swords energy. She don't want to see something. Okay, so she's probably in a Nine of Swords energy because she don't want to see something. Something that came to an end previous, and it could have been it could have been with a Scorpio, or something came to an end and she don't want to see something, but she's definitely in this, around this page of clinical opportunity. Let's go ahead and put a couple energies around so we can move on. Okay, again, it's the divine timing. I align my work with my soul's mission. So there's a specific timing for something. Okay, divine protection. Okay, I trust in divine wisdom that flows through me as I heal and create. So there is something that's supposed to happen during this particular timing. Okay, we do have a cop right here, enforces the law and order. Okay, they in some part of some type of divine healing insight. They could be making a shift in the situation. There is a phantom energy, which is that Libra energy. Okay, that could be somebody is shedding some old layers. This is around this growth and success, overcoming financial setbacks with this Five of Cups. So I see a water sign here. Okay, I see somebody shedding old layers. Okay, somebody's sad. So this phantom, let's get some energy on that. Let's get some energy on this phantom, something intangible. Okay, because, okay, we have this lover's energy, something intangible but felt. Okay, so they could be feeling some sort of success and growth. Okay, with this lover's energy, this Gemini energy. So somebody could be having, the truth is at the bottom of the deck. There's a truth right here. So there could be some type of growth and success related to a phantom is a ghost. Okay, we got this Knight of Swords. So there's a message of truth coming through about a Gemini. A Knight of Swords, some fast moving, okay, about the truth, about the Five of Cups, somebody being kind of sad. We said Five of Cups earlier, okay, about somebody overcoming some type of setbacks. I don't know if this is enforces law and order. This is cop right here doing some type of healing. Okay, which is, so I'm seeing somebody is don't want to see something. They won't. Somebody has divine protection. Okay, and there is some divine timing that's at place. Has something to do with some divine protection. Got something to do with somebody's emotional intelligence. Is also part of divine timing. Also, there's been a part of somebody setting some type of boundaries who was aware of somebody's mediumship. Okay, so we over here under the Eight of Wands. Okay, there's this lover's energy here. There's this Knight of Swords. Okay, we have some plans that could have be moving forward. Okay, this is Two of Wands. This is Aries energy. We're under we're under the a fire sign, growth and success. Okay, so there's this Page of Wands, Phantom or Ghost, somebody sending a message of truth, somebody walking away, somebody inspired to, to spin this wand right here with some plans that's going off. So at Pisces, could be walking away from a message of truth. Okay. And they could have ordered some type of Page of Wands energy right here with these Two of Wands at the bottom of the deck, plans. Two of Wands, some plan, some plans. Yep, King of Swords right here. They could have some plans for a King of Swords, a Leo, strength right here. Okay, to expose somebody. Okay, Taurus's investment. Some type of Taurus is invested in something to try to block Seven of Wands, 7-7. Leo energy again. Okay, there's a conversation from the Queen of Swords to try to block someone. Okay, investment. Okay, using this Leo to expose something's been exposed. Okay, we have the strength, we have double Leo. Okay, we have this King of Swords plans. So this King of Swords could be Aquarius energy. or it's a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Okay. So somebody's ready to shed some layers here. Who's ready to shed some layers? Tell me about this shedding some layers. Okay, this is Four of Cups. Somebody don't want to. They sitting here. They don't want to see this offer. They don't see this offer. They focus on something else. Their bowls is empty. They just don't refusing. They don't want to see anything with any color. They don't want to see anything with any growth. They don't want to see anything that's lit up. So somebody's shedding some layers. Outdated beliefs are ready to fall away. Okay, so this person could be ready to just for some old shit to come by. You know what I'm saying? They don't want this offer that's been presented to them. They could be not seeing some type of work done on them. I'm thinking somebody doing some type of spell work on this person's love life, okay, on this cup or something I'm getting right here. Okay, but they're not even paying, they're not aware of it. They could be aware, but they're not paying no attention. Okay. They walking away from something. They could be sad about some type of financial setback that these people cause. We got this Leo coming out, clarifying and shedding the old layers, Four of Cups. So we have somebody's not seeing something. They're not seeing this Leo doing some magic. Kind of two-faced here with this. They probably not paying this person no mind. Yeah, they could have offered them some type of new beginning in some type of way. Yeah, there's a new beginning that this Leo could be have offered this Four of Cups, but they're like they don't want it. Okay. Yeah, she's exposed. There's some type of exposure. There is some type of something that came to the light, and somebody don't want to have something to do with them. Okay, so overcoming these obstacles, overcoming these financial setbacks. Okay, so they kind of moving towards financial setbacks with a friend. They could be having a friend that they thinking about connecting with, the Two of Cups. Okay, Five of Cups energy. We have this Queen of Wands, she's still here kind of in this person's energy and somebody's success and growth. I'm getting a lot of Leo. I'm getting Virgo. I'm getting Four of Cups. Somebody's not accepting of someone's new beginning. This Leo is here. She's here a couple of times. She's here with this Page of Wands. Okay, that's a Leo, Virgo, and a Cancer in this Page of Wands. And then we have a Leo again with the Strength card, and then we have the Queen of Wands herself here directly connected to this friendship. I don't know if somebody could be doing some type of work on somebody's friendship. Again, it's on a cup, a relationship or something. Somebody could be trying to overcome some type of finances. It could be this Leo this Queen of Wands trying to overcome some type of finances. They took upon an offer to do some type of spell work on somebody. I don't know. There's a tower here I'm holding at the bottom of the deck. Something was exposed, and we have a tower right here. So something could have coming out. Something could have just happened. Or they're planning on some type of tower. Clarify this energy right here. Overcoming setbacks. Okay, so they want this Knight of Cups. Their message of love to end up in a sad situation. This is Scorpio energy. So they're doing some type of this is Scorpio energy. They want them to be in some type of sadness in this friendship, or they could be working with somebody's getting some type of circle. What I'm getting this Ace of Wands is a message of some type of growth. That is a Sagittarius energy. Okay, so somebody's getting some type of growth. There is this Queen of Wands sitting here doing some magic on the Two of Cups, on the friendship, on the relationship, on the cousinship or family ship, and then we have somebody in the Knight of Cups. Okay, in this Five of Cups. Okay, so we got some sadness when it comes to some type of message of love being delivered. So they want to do some type of spell work done on it. There was a tower that came out, have something to do with the Nine of Pentacles and the Pisces. Okay, you got a Nine of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. You have something to do with somebody's independence, wealth, somebody's finances. Okay, and some type of growth in so let's see. What is this overcoming financial setbacks with this Two of Cups, this Queen of Wands, and this Knight of Cups? What's going on down here? It's difficulty detaching from trauma bonds or inherited limitations. So this person, they detaching, they have a hard time detaching. Difficulty detaching from trauma bonds or inherited limitation. Okay. Give me another energy. Recognition. Okay, so they could be doing some type of spell work on somebody's recognition because somebody's just they have a hard time detaching from trauma bonds. Okay, they don't want somebody to detach. Okay, but somebody's wanting to get recognition. What is shifting is for your highest good. So something is shifting and somebody don't want to shift. So somebody's doing some Queen of Wands doing some spell work on someone's Knight of Cups, their friendship. Okay, this Pisces they want to probably leave them in Five of Cups energy. So Scorpio and the Five of Cups energy. Okay, so the next energy here is shedding old layers. So we have this Four of Cups, this Queen of this Four of Cups, this Leo, and this new beginning here. Somebody shedding layers, outdated beliefs, and are ready to fall away. So they're not paying this Queen, this Leo no mind. Okay, about this new beginning. She's coming in trying to attract somebody's new beginning. They're like, I'm not even paying you no fucking mind. Like, do whatever you're gonna do. This type of energy I'm picking up. Give me some energies around this. Faded memories. Yeah, so it's just a memory. It's like, they could be remembering them doing some type of spell work on somebody's new beginning. Okay, divine expression. I express truth with beauty. I am abundant. Prosperity is always within my reach. So somebody is realizing this is a faded memory that somebody is thinking about their abundance and they're not paying them no mind about some spell work being done on them. Okay, so we have this Gemini, this message of truth in this Eight of Cups energy right here. Some type of spell work to get somebody to walk away. There's a message of truth to come in. A Gemini could be sending a message of truth, but they're walking away. And there's some spell work. You wanted to keep them. I don't know. There's this ghost kind of coming after them. This is that Libra energy. Could have made a decision to do some type of spell work to keep somebody from walking away, going towards a message of truth. The message, this Gemini, this lover's energy is moving toward a message of truth. Okay, they could be running with the message of truth. They could be walking away. Okay, when by them walking away, there's somebody doing some type of spell work to kind of keep them. Keep somebody in a situation. Okay, they could be attacking this person for walking away. This is also a Scorpio, a Pisces energy. They could have ordered some type of spell work for someone. Okay, they could have received the message of truth as well about the Gemini. They could have ordered some spell work. Anytime this Pisces is walking away, they normally walking away from ordering some type of spell work. This is a phantom, something intangible but felt, a ghost who haunts lonely roads. So somebody could have decided to walk away. Or there is a lover's couple, okay, that is somebody sending a message about a lover's couple, or is just a Gemini sending a message about a Gemini. Somebody's walking away and there's somebody like I'm seeing this kind of keeping somebody in a situation, want to bring them back. How this wand is flipping back this way towards somebody, trying to keep them involved in the situation. But so we got a Virgo, Leo, Cancer. We got a Pisces. Okay, we got a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, double Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So this could have been something ordered from a person. Okay, let's go ahead and put this down for now. This might have to go into a second video. I may have to clarify. I don't know. Depends on how this goes. Okay. I don't want to spend too much time. I want to keep on moving. Okay. So somebody has a faded memory about somebody being abundant. Okay. And prosperity is within my reach. So somebody want to start a new beginning. They've been strong. They're refusing an offer from somebody. Could be from this Leo. Okay. Somebody want a new beginning. They're refusing the offer from this Leo. And I'm seeing this Leo and this Virgo kind of do some type of spell work on somebody walking away with this ghost energy. Okay, this ghost is phantom, something intangible but felt. Intangible that we're not able to grasp, but it's something that's felt. So somebody could be feeling some type of spell work. They could be feeling some type of spell work. If it's not tangible, they can't see it. You know what I'm saying? But they could be feeling it. intangible but felt. So somebody's feeling something, some type of ghost. Somebody's having some type of entity experience due to some type of spell work or something. I'm getting. So somebody having a faded memory about something important slipping away from rec- recollection, from their faded memory, fading away from their recollection that somebody is abundant. Okay, so this is clarified by shedding old layers. So somebody's shedding something away. They don't want the cup from this Leo. Somebody moving toward a new beginning. So somebody is being recognized, recognition that difficult detaching from trauma bonds or inherited limitations, that they're breaking the chains from something. So they're coming in with spell work to try to keep somebody attached. So it's all type of spell work, all type of voodoo, something done around this Eight of Cups message. Okay, we have Six of Wands. Why did I do that? Yeah, somebody winning with this Eight of Wands. They winning, they successful. This Nine of Pentacles and this Libra sitting back here thinking about this, watching this, reaching for this. I don't know. I didn't have a direction for it, but anyway, success is somewhere around this success and growth with this Eight of Wands. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and put some energy around this Page of Wands, this Eight of Cups, and this Knight of Truth. Stand in your power. So somebody's standing in their power. Reclaim your strength unapologetically. So this could be somebody's with some type of growth is standing in their power. Okay, healing. Give yourself space to recover. Okay, so they stand in their power. They're giving themselves space to recover. They could be having memories of someone being abundant. Okay, and how they became abundant. Okay, they could be having difficulty from detaching from trauma bonds or inherited limitation, breaking the chain. So somebody's being recognized for that. Okay, that's how you got this success and growth with this Eight of Wands over here. So next, I'm gonna move over to this Ace of Pentacles. This Ace of Pentacles, okay, this is a lot of growth and success around it. Okay, this is scriptures coming from the Bible where it says Romans 8:38, 39. Okay, so there is this Capricorn energy. There's some type of strengthening bonds here. Okay, it's not just the Ace of Pentacles, it's some bonds being strengthened. Okay, like they connected to their roots, they connected to their ancestors, they're unshakable. Okay, they on their home energy, holding on to faith. So this Capricorn is unshakable. I don't know if it's about God's love or it's about, I don't know. This is okay. We got Nine of Pentacles, so we got somebody's independent wealth. So this is somebody's like, I'm unshakable. They standing on word of God. Nine of Pentacles. Okay, about this Ace of Pentacles, about strengthening these bonds. They standing 10 toes down on this Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so I see a lot of Pentacles. They reaching for Pentacles. You got the Ace of Pentacles. You got the Capricorn. You have this Taurus energy. Okay, contract. Okay, you got some money in on paper. There's a Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Could be something that she's ordering. Could be something that she is, you know, winning at all cost type of energy. She could be looking for her own happiness in the situation. She could be laying back thinking about this. Okay, with this Nine of Cups energy, Five of Swords, winning at all costs. Okay, there could be some type of Aquarius energy. I did see some type of Aquarius energy out here. Okay, but yeah, she's in some type of win at all cost energy. There's some type of conversation with this Five of Swords and this win at all costs for somebody's happiness. Okay, this is Pisces energy. Okay, they could be in their emotions. They could be wanting. This is they want to stop somebody at all costs. That's what I'm getting, and they're paying this Ace of Pentacles to someone. It could be to this Virgo. Okay, promising some type of Knight of Pentacles. Okay, coming from some type of Capricorn. Okay, we did this. We did get this Hierophant energy, King of Pentacles energy. I saw somewhere. Okay, yeah, they want to win at all costs to win. It's at all costs to win 9 of Cups and to be successful. So they could be winning at all costs, coming towards somebody's finances and success, wishes fulfillment, to win at all costs. Five of Swords, Nine of Pentacles. They long term growth that they're investing in themselves. earn some finances. Okay, so we got the Capricorn here. Okay, that's the Capricorn energy. Let's see. Clarify this Ace of Pentacles. What energy is this? God's unshakable. Okay, unshakable. I gotta read that one. So I cannot. Okay, so let's see. Give me one more. Okay, came back out again. Five of Pentacles. Success. They're going after this Five of Pentacles success. This is Taurus again. This is three Tauruses. This is three Earth signs. This is the Ace of Pentacles is going to three Earth signs. You got the Nine of Pentacles. You got the Knight of Pentacles. You have the Five of Pentacles. That's three Tauruses. And you got the success. So you got somebody coming after someone's long-term stability, someone's success, someone's opportunities. Okay. This could be another Taurus right here in the Five of Pentacles. Somebody who is spiritually blind. Okay. Take the how it resonates. Unshakable. So this is God's energy, unshakable. They like, yeah, somebody's taking action for a Knight of Wands. So this could be this Virgo taking, this Capricorn taking action. They're over here with this they're over here with this Taurus energy, with this Four of Pentacles. This could be the Hierophant. This could be a male or female. Okay, we got a Page of Pentacles, which is another Taurus. So I'm getting heavy Taurus energy. I'm getting the female Taurus energy. It could be an Empress energy. It could be a King of Pentacles energy. It could be the Capricorn energy as well, as far as Earth signs. Okay, so somebody's unshakable. Somebody's winning in the Five of Pentacles. I don't know, somebody trying to come up against the Five of Pentacles. They're paying somebody to put somebody in the Five of Pentacles to win. I don't know, but we're finna get Ten of Cups, Pisces energy that has something to do with it. They could be offering some type of love, thought of love. They could be moving in Pisces' heart towards their love. Okay, they could be, this is happy family. Okay, this is Pisces energy. And you got the Ace of Cups, which is also a water sign. Let's go ahead and put some cards around this energy. Okay, we have gifts of the universe. So this gifts of the universe, somebody's God is unshakable. God's hand is unshakable. God's unshakable energy. Okay, this gifts of the universe. Abundance flows to you from the divine. Okay, so somebody could be vulnerable. Unhealthy attachments could be around this, which I see right here, right now. I see a Five of Pentacles don't even fit in with all of these energies. Take a look at this. You got the Ace of Pentacles, right? Okay, then you got gifts of the universe, and then you got somebody being successful. Okay, then you got somebody, the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, the Knight of Pentacles. Then you got the Virgo energy, which is nine independent wealth. Okay, we'll take that. We could split that. But this Five of Pentacles, it don't even fit. It's like, what is you doing? Where are you going? Okay, so this is unhealthy boundaries, unhealthy attachments. Okay, so I'm getting a Virgo and a Taurus, so some healthy attachments around somebody's finances and their success. I'm getting these two energies do not belong. Okay, because we have this Virgo over here seeking some sort of boundaries, waiting for a specific divine timing to do something to someone who has some type of mediumship. And then this is success in the Nine of Pentacles that's unshakable. God's unshakable. God's love is unshakable. Somebody standing on the truth, standing in that. Okay, and here are these people coming with these unhealthy attachments. Okay, we have unhealthy attachments and gifts of the universe. Okay, so I'm getting these two energies. I'll clarify those. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and move to home energy. So we are clarifying the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, strengthening bonds. Okay, so there's some bonds being strengthened around somebody's financial and success. I'm getting a Taurus and a Capricorn. Capricorn, Taurus, and three earth signs. Like I said, King of Virgo energy, Five of Pentacles, which is a Taurus energy, and we have an Ace of Pentacles, which is the Capricorn energy. Next, we're going to clarify this home energy. So somebody's at home, okay. This is the King of Pentacles. So he's at home. He be trying to escape from somewhere. We have home on one energy and we got escape on the other side. So they could be trying to escape. Okay. So they could be trying to strengthen some type of bond with someone. Someone is traveling. I did see somebody traveling with this Eight of Wands. Also, it's also an intention to travel. That's some type of growth. That's moving forward. That's some type of stability. Eight of Wands is also travel. So that could be someone traveling to strengthen some bonds. I got home energy. I got King of Swords at home energy. So they're going to someone's home, visiting someone's home, Pisces home. Okay, I don't know. I'm not for sure. We have temperance in reverse. So somebody lost balance. So somebody is out of control. This is a temperance energy at home. They could be causing some type of imbalance, some type of something out of control at home. There's a chariot also moving in travel. There could be a cancer going to someone's home. Okay, with this King of Swords causing some type of imbalances at someone's home. Okay, with this Ace of Pentacles, today was an opportunity presented to someone to go travel. Okay, we got a Taurus and a Nine of Pentacles. Okay, we have somebody being successful, winning something. We have a Five of Pentacles Taurus. Somebody spiritually blind, can't see. They don't know. They just, it's just a magician down here. Okay, so they could be doing some type of magic. Give me one more energy. Five of Pentacles. We did get this Queen of Cups. With that Page of Wands, we do have the Virgo. We do have the Leo. And we do have the Virgo, Leo, and Cancer. Cancer just showed up. Okay, somebody's uncontrolled, out of control. There was some type of magic at somebody's house. Somebody took a leap of faith to do something. Okay, somebody was paid to do something. That's somebody's home. That is the truth. Okay, with the Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck, has something to do with somebody's wishes coming true. Has something to do with some type of cancer celebration, victory. Okay, and we have somebody laying there for swords. Could be done for this Libra energy. That somebody just laying there with their heart, protecting their heart, watching their heart. Okay, let's get some energy put on top of this. Okay, we got exploration. So somebody's exploring something to align something to flow in a different certain direction, discovering new ideas or places. Okay, so somebody's exploring something, align with flow. So they're going to, we have entrepreneur spirit. So somebody's coming towards somebody with some entrepreneur spirit. Activate your inner entrepreneur frustration. So they cause to be trying to create some type of frustration around somebody's inner entrepreneur spirit. They're exploring something. We have mutual growth. So it could be an opportunity for somebody to grow. What you resist persists. So they're trying to focus on growth as a couple. So somehow we got a Sagittarius is okay. So they could be what you assist persistent mutual growth. Focus on growth as a couple. So I'm trying to think somebody's mindset is to think negative because sometimes that energy is like, okay, we come and bring this negative energy around a situation to cause some type of imbalance with this temperance in reverse. That's like somebody's healing is not in a situation. So we're gonna clarify that energy. This is an opportunity Page of Pentacles later around it. Or we can go to the recent past of the Ace of Pentacles and find out what happened in the past to how we get to the situation. Okay, so the next energy we're clarifying is hold on to the faith. Okay, so somebody's hold on to this faith with this opportunity with this Queen of Pentacles to cause some type of instability at someone's home with this King of Swords. Okay, we got this King of Pentacles, Virgo energy. Okay, we also have this Taurus energy, Five of Pentacles energy, and we also have been successful in the gifts of the universe with the Nine of Pentacles. So somebody's promised something with this Nine of Pentacles. Okay, I'm thinking this Queen of Cups is all open to create some type of instability. We have Hermit again at the bottom of the deck. We have hold on to the faith. Okay, so somebody's holding on to faith, expectations, divine assurance, fulfillment. Okay, we have another scripture, 23:19. God is not human, but he should lie. Though he speak and he's not act. Okay, so somebody is acting on the word of God, believing that what he said is to be true because somebody's standing on God's word, being unshakable. Okay, so somebody could be using the scripture based information to bring an opportunity to someone to make it seem like it's a spiritual situation. What I'm getting, they're speaking the word of God around this mishap. We got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Hold on to faith that they can overturn somebody's finances. What I also got is faded memory. So that has something to do with somebody over here. Okay, so yeah, hold on to the faith, everything expecting divine assurance, fulfillment. So this is Ace of Pentacles, clarifying the Ace of Pentacles, but this Ace of Pentacles is in reverse. Okay, this Hermit. paying for somebody's Eight of Pentacles to come into reverse. Has something to do with this legacy. Okay, has something to do with this Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so I'm thinking some type of heartbreak. So I'm getting this Virgo is going to this Queen of Pentacles, somebody's home to stop somebody, some type of mutual growth from happening. They use this Queen of Pentacles, use this Queen of Cups to stop some type of mutual growth. Because this person's thinking about growing, and this is the King of the Two of Swords. The Gemini could be coming to someone's home to try to make some type of bond, or they could be using. They're not together. I don't see this Virgo and this Gemini working together. I see them working separately. Normally, and the reason I see them kind of working together, but I've seen them working separately. But hold on to your faith that somebody's going to use their Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so this could be a Capricorn in the neighborhood as well. I'm getting somebody in the neighborhood at somebody's house, trying to overturn some opportunity for somebody. We got Empress in the Three of Wands. So we got this Empress, there's some type of growth, there's some type of new beginning, there's some type of firm foundation, there's some type of growth that somebody is watching, and they don't want this. They got this Ace of Pentacles in reverse. This is clarifying. Hold on to your faith. Okay, so we got this Aries energy with this Empress energy. Another Taurus came out with this Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So they hold on to somebody's faith that the Aries is watching this Empress. Okay, that they don't get no Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. So that's somebody hold on to somebody's faith that somebody don't get something coming in this investment. So somebody's invested in a Taurus, okay, that somebody is not getting their money. Capricorn is coming here. I'm gonna go to the recent past of that again. So something has been unspoken, words left unsaid. So somebody not saying something, somebody going trusting somebody with some blind trust, facing faith, placing faith in wrong person. So somebody is trusting somebody, but they're not. They're putting somebody that they don't even know. They don't even trust. They have blind faith. Something is unspoken to this person that they're making some promise to. They're using scripture-based words to get somebody to be a part of something, but it clearly says in this particular energy, it could be like this is a Capricorn energy. Remember, this Capricorn energy promise they're going to give you something. They're not. They could be using, I don't know who they're talking to. Okay, but somebody's blind trusting somebody, placing faith in the wrong person, and that something's been unspoken, something's been unsaid. Let's find out what it is. I want to find out what that is. Okay, so this is about somebody's destiny. Okay, so it has something to do with the Queen of Cups. Yeah, the Ace of Cups. Somebody's heart, somebody's love, somebody's home, somebody's beginning. Okay, so somebody is home celebration, some type of event, somebody's cup, somebody's heart, somebody's destiny, somebody's speaking about unspoken words left a high priestess. There she go. This has something to do with a high priestess. Somebody not saying something. Something's being left unsaid about somebody's love, about some type of community. Okay, about some type of destiny, about somebody turning something in reverse. Ace of Pentacles. Okay, that's something left unsaid, but we're gonna put that back. It may have changed by now, so we're gonna get the a recent past of this Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So the recent past, this Ace of Pentacles in reverse is a Libra energy. Three of Swords for her to come up out of fear, to come up out of some type of trapment, to come up out of they're going toward the Emperor in reverse. I don't know these cards upside down. It's the idea to offer this cup. I don't. This Empress in reverse. This is kind of the this is somebody that's out of control. This is the Aries energy. Okay, somebody was in fear. They're out of fear. Okay, it could have been this offer in reverse could take them out of this current situation where they was once in fear and brokenhearted. Okay, and out of control. Now they're out of control. Recent past, they was out of control. They was coming out of fear and they was getting over heartbreak. Take a high rest day. Okay, so what we about to do is see. Okay, we're not gonna spend too much time here. Okay. This is a faded memory. This is something unspoken truth about this. Let's get another energy on this. Okay, so this is somebody trying to break some chains, normalize and dysfunction as a tradition. So somebody trying to normalize this dysfunction as tradition. So somebody try to disnormalize something. Okay, but the chain needs to be broken. Okay, so they something needs to be spoken, something needs to be addressed, something needs to be dealt with. Okay, in this situation. Okay, so next what we're going to do, we're going to go, this is Seven of Cups, Seven of Swords, spiritual emptiness. Okay, so there's some type of spiritual emptiness, some type of dropout, someone who exits without explanation. So there's the Two of Pentacles. So it could be some type of spiritual emptiness. They could have dropped out of something. They could have been somebody feeling some type of spiritual emptiness because somebody dropped out of something. It could have imbalanced the situation, even though they're finding balance in the situation, but it could have brought some type of imbalance into a situation. Okay, it can have something to do with this cop because this is the only thing I haven't clarified was this Seven of Swords over here. Okay, we got the King of Pentacles in reverse. It did fall out. They could be experiencing spiritual emptiness. They could be going through some financial loss in the situation. Spiritual emptiness. Tell me more. Okay, they could be trying to win at all costs. Their finances is on the low. They experiencing some spiritual emptiness. They could be working with a Capricorn. They decide to go face in, head in, step in faith, and just to kind of balance things out. Okay, they're going through some type of spiritual emptiness. That King of Pentacles in reverse. That could also be a Capricorn, or it could be a Taurus. Okay, they in the Five of Swords. Any day we're trying to win at all costs. Okay, they have a Fool card. They be trying to take a little bit of favor, going somewhere, doing something, trying to balance some things out. They're on a strategic competition. This is the Five of Wands. Financially, they could be trying to block somebody. Financially, they could be trying to have some type of struggles. Some financially, they could be jealous of somebody. Financially, they could be going through something. Okay, they be trying to block someone. Okay, with this King of Pentacles in reverse, very ugly, ungrounded, selfish, jealous, okay, not very secure, trying to win at all costs, taking a leap of faith. That's also some energy. Let's go ahead and put some energy around that. Okay, their aura needs to be clean. They are regretting something. Something's being regretting a feeling of sorrow for past action or decision. So they're ready to do something stupid because of some type of bad action. Their aura is very filthy. It says aura cleansing. If they cleanse their aura, they're regretting something. They could be carrying something, some type of attachment is what I'm getting. I did see this somebody is this ghost, something felt but not um intangible. They could be carrying an attachment. Um let's see, let's pull another energy. So they could be abundance folks, they could be like I'm a magnet for abundance, so they're effortlessly elevating to my next financial level. So they could be feel like they're leveling up into a situation, or fucked up, nasty, just wrong, greedy. It's like they into some illusion. So I feel like they're under some sort of illusion. Okay, because if your aura needs to be clean and you're planning on elevating abundantly to another level, those two don't go together. So I'm getting this person's under some type of illusion. They could be having to do with somebody's destiny, an offer that was offered to them, a fishy offer, a delusional offer to come up off a high priestess destiny with some type of finances or something because they're desperate, they're broke. Okay, they're in some strategic type of competition, challenge, growth through conflict. Financial growth often comes through overcoming challenges, completion strategically and adapting. My inner child feels seen, heard, and loved. So they could be feeling like this Capricorn energy could be feeling like they doing the right thing. Their inner child is being seen, heard, and felt, loved. Okay, so they could feel like they're doing the right thing. They feel like they have every reason to do this. They feel like they're deserving of this. Okay, so let's see. Clarify strategic competition. Okay, I get this Ace of Cups again. Okay, so they're using love as some type of vehicle forward. Okay, they're thinking about love. Okay, the strategic competition financially. Okay, they're using the Eight of Swords. Somebody in their head that's stripped. Okay, so it's Gemini energy. They're moving forward in love. Okay, but they're kind of in their head about it. Their actions supposed to be taken towards this Gemini because he's moving towards love or strategically competition. Okay, so there's an action being taken with this Knight of Wands. Okay, then this is Eight of Swords, which is somebody who's literally mentally in their head. Okay, they're looking trapped. They're trying to, they trying to fake it till they make it. Okay, they got love on their mind. They got love on their brain. They're trying to attack somebody's love. I don't know. We have someone moving to calm and water, Six of Swords, Aquarius energy. Somebody moving to common water, somebody kind of scared though. They want to take action. They want to move towards love. They want to move towards common water. It could be some type of strategic action, which means they could be somebody trying to block them. It could be a Leo energy trying to block them. I did see a Leo over here trying to block some type of friendship, some type of connection with this Two of Wands, with this message of love coming forth from their sadness. Okay, I'm also getting Scorpio energy too, but they could be just sad. This person want to deliver this message of love. They could be in a stuck situation. There's just difficulty attaching from the trauma bonds, inherited, and limitation. So they could be have a difficulty trapping from these people that's strategically trying to keep them trapped into a situation. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some energies around that. So there's a confident boost. What steals my confidence? What boosts it? How can I stay confident? Current mindset, potential mindset, and growth mindset. So their mind is kind of like all over the place. They're trying to get through this. They're trying to overcome their fears, manifesting love. Yeah, they want to manifest love. They want to, they're trying to think positive. They're trying to move positive. They're trying to do the right thing. They're trying to come toward a situation, but you got people strategically trying to stop them. Okay, give me one more energy. Delegate. Okay, so somebody trying to delegate the situation, some type of ancestral healing. Like I said, they're trying to figure how to boost their confidence during this grief process. What seems unfair will maybe made right. Okay, they want forgiveness. Okay, they want to balance things out. Okay, they want to balance things out, but you got this Capricorn energy, this Libra energy, this Taurus energy, this Empress energy, this Capricorn, and this Virgo energy trying to stop it from happening. Stop it from happening. Okay, so tell me more about this forgiveness. Okay, there's forgiveness. Somebody want to move forward with success. This is a Cancer energy. They could be want to move towards success to balance things out. There's just a message of truth coming in with the Page of Swords. Somebody receives some type of message about some type of victory. Okay, that somebody hit a tower. Okay, and they could be sad about it. Okay, they could be sad about this. Okay, and because it's traumatic that was done. So somebody want to tell you, well, they hit a tower. They're sad about it. Okay, something could be stopping somebody from moving forward. I'm getting several people want to balance things out. Somebody's going through a grief process. Okay, so forgiveness. They want forgiveness from the high priestess. They want to move towards success. They got a message. They collect the information on the high priestess. They're trying to figure out how to do so. Okay, this could be a Cancer. Could be having memories of the past about some type of victory. Okay, so they need a confident boost. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, there's a Seven of Swords energy. Okay, it could be a Aquarius working together with a Taurus, trying to make an investment. Okay, on their happiness. Okay, it could be in a Nine of Swords energy. Somebody could be scared of these plans. Okay, for victory with this Cancer, they hit a tower. Like I said, they hit a tower. They could be crying out from this magic that's being done. This message has been sent, this action has been taken towards somebody's healing, where they could have faded memories or something slipping away, recalling. They could have some type of attachment too, because there is some type of unknown spirit that's kind of attaching to someone. Let's go ahead and put some energies around this right here. So somebody's intuitive journaling. They have sacred energy, okay, and they acceptance of this intuitive journaling. So there was something that there was somebody collected some information about some intuitive journey, that they have sacred energy, okay? And that the acceptance is here, embracing situation outcomes as they are. So somebody want to move forward towards that. They heard that somebody is accepting their situation. They heard something intuitive, that intuitive message, something that came across their mind where they want to write something, or um, they heard about somebody's sacred energy, writing something down, okay, about something that's been written down. They got that message, okay. So they could be this character could be want to they received the message from this high priestess. They could be want some type of forgiveness, okay. And then we have this action being taken. Somebody being in their head, they want to give their cup of love. They could be going through ancestral healing and grieving process to manifest in love in the situation. This is the air sign, this is the water sign, and this is the Gemini energy. The overall energy is some type of strategic competition. So somebody could be competing in this situation, or they could be having some people kind of blocking them. Somebody could be jealous of the situation and they want to come into a grieving process to bring some type of balance to a situation. Okay, there's a King of Pentacles. I know right here, their aura is fucked up. Their aura is nasty. Okay, they the fiber source, Aquarius fiber source energy. Okay, they already cleansing. Like I said, they regretting something, and they have some sort of a magnetic abundance, trying to magnet, and your aura needs to be cleansed. It's like they're under some type of spell word. They're not thinking straight. They're in a fiber source energy. They're trying to win at all costs, but they're working under Two of Pentacles energy. So King of Pentacles, so the Capricorn energy, spiritual emptiness, right? It has to be some type of spiritual emptiness, some type of spiritual work coming up against them. Okay, so let's okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and heal this energy. Now, I already healed the ancestors' energy, which just covers everything else. I don't know how I should do this, but somebody's in the Seven of Swords energy. Archangel Metatron. What do I need to be focused on? What do I need to see? Okay, somebody's paying somebody to do something. Seven of Swords. Okay, to be deceptive. This Leo energy. Okay, so we got Leo and Aquarius energy. Okay, they're paying somebody to do something. So let's see. Woo. Recent past of the Six of Pentacles. 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 Okay, so there's some plans that was made by Aries. Okay. Well, I still gotta clarify this divine healing over here. Something was ordered from a Queen of Swords. Plans for Aries to pay somebody. Forward movement of the Six of Pentacles. Forward movement of the Six of Pentacles. Forward movement. Why do I feel like I'm moving so fast? Okay, there's something's going on behind the moon with this Leo trying to block this Emperor. With this Emperor, try to block this Emperor. Okay, because we have the plans. Okay, we have this Gemini. So they could be trying to block this Gemini behind the moon. This Emperor and this Leo could be trying to, Pisces could be trying to block this Gemini. They want to share something valuable. Okay, when they exchange something valuable. Okay, so this is forward movement. After somebody being paid, plans to pay somebody. Who is being paid with the Six of Pentacles? This is a Taurus energy. They pay somebody. Okay, they paid somebody to walk away. They paid Pisces is walking away again. Okay, Gemini had to get the bottom of the deck again. So Pisces is walking away. They paid somebody. Who was paid? Tell me more about this. Tell me about the Six of Pentacles. They collected some information with the Page of Swords. Who they paying? Okay, they paid Gemini somebody to betray somebody, to betray a Gemini. Information to betray a Gemini. Okay, they're watching to see what's going to happen. Okay, this Nine of Wands energy, they could be in the Nine of Wands energy. This Emperor could be in the Nine of Wands energy. Okay, so tell me what's going on behind this moon. Tell me what's going on behind this moon. Okay, so somebody's destiny is behind this moon. Okay, this is Leo is definitely involved behind this moon. Okay, this High Priestess is going on behind this moon. Okay, somebody taking a leap of faith behind this moon. Okay, somebody's at a stalemate